Welcome to the Flip Side, episode 10. You guys are the 10th episode, double digits. You guys are number 10. Welcome to the Flip Side. Here with my friends Amy and Dan, also known as the Hustle Couple, also known as Reseller Workroom, also known as Do You Know What I Do All Day? What else are you guys known for?
Less. Yes.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the Flip Side, guys. This is my first couple as well. So it's a double digit episode. This is my first couple. There's a cat in the background. This is already crazy. Look what's going on.
He's got many cats.
Really making an appearance at some point.
There you go. So tell the people, guess who you guys are, real quick.
Sure. Yeah, we work as full-time resellers. We live in Dallas, Texas. We sell mostly on eBay now, but started on Poshmark and still do some Poshmark and Mercari stuff too.
Yep. And we put out daily videos on our YouTube channel.
Oh, so you guys are full-time YouTubers who act like resellers.
No.
No. We film similar to what you do. We film ourselves working, and then we post it without editing it. So it's kind of more like a voyeuristic soiree.
Oh, so if people are into voyeurism and to reselling, you guys are the way to go.
That's exactly right.
I think that's a very specific niche that you guys are hitting. So I think that's pretty good.
So incredibly specific.
So everybody that comes to your lives is into voyeurism and into reselling. It's good to know. So I don't know if you guys know about this podcast. It's called The Flip Side, where we talk about the flip side of things. So my goal is to talk about reselling as little as we can today. Okay?
I love it.
So that's going to be the thing. I want the people to know who you guys are beyond. I was going to say your closet, but you guys are not already in your closet anymore. So it's going to be beyond your garage.
This is like the last weekend in the closet office.
I think this is the last day. I think this is the first podcast for you with a couple, and this is the first thing for us publicly where we're not in the closet. We have come out of the closet officially right now.
They have come out of the closet on the Flip Side podcast. It's a perfect time to come out of the closet, guys. So tell me a little about that transformation. Like, what was the driving force behind it? Just room, space,
Yeah. I mean, it got to the point where we literally could not work or do anything without tripping over stuff or having to move stuff out of the way, or like every day we did, we basically do 2 videos a day, like where we ship stuff and then we do the live at night. And each one of those, like we have to flip stuff around the room, and the ring light has to go to the other side, and stuff has to get shuffled, and we are so over it. And
we got an employee.
Yeah, and
so
we have
3 people in the closet.
It's a lot of people in one closet.
I mean, really, it is a lot.
It is a large closet, okay, but damn.
It's 280 square feet or something like that. It's pretty big as far as
220
closets.
Wow, that's huge for a closet.
It is, but there
that's
are
like bigger than my garage almost.
I know. It is the size of a garage, and it's when I put it, the ground plan. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a designer. And when I put the ground plan of the closet on top of our garage, it's the whole 1 car. We have a 3-car garage, but it's the 1 car portion of our garage. Yep. But there's walls everywhere. So you're like,
there's a big dividing wall in the center that supports the second of it.
Yeah. So that makes the space really challenging. And once we got a 3rd person in there, we were like, nope, this doesn't work anymore. And
so did you turn your whole garage into your workspace now, or did you turn part of it into it? Or
so, like I said, it's like it's a 3-car garage with like a little nook. So 2-car garage portion is completely transformed into reseller workspace.
Wow.
And inventory storage.
That's cool.
And then a third of it, the 1-car side of it.
Fractions.
There's I was told there would be no math.
Friday.
This was supposed to be easy.
You said no math.
That's staying like garage.
Yeah.
So, all like the power tools and all that kind of stuff stays there. And then the nook got transformed into my rehearsal space.
Drums.
Oh, nice.
Drums are out of the house.
Yeah. Wow. That's the biggest news probably for Amy right there.
I'm telling you, they have been in my living room. They have been in my guest room. They have been in my bathroom. The drums have left the building.
Yeah, there we go.
It's great. Like, it's positioned perfectly directly underneath one of the mini splits. So
Oh, so you get all the cold air blowing on you the whole time, you never sweat. That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys like guess double in space now from what you used to have to
Yes.
now?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's exactly double, and then we can store double. We have
Inventory,
2,500 things in there now, and we have room for another 2,500 things.
Wow. Okay.
We got these
Sweet.
store fixture shelves.
Yeah, Tuesday morning's closing. If you need shelving, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
What is that? Tuesday morning?
Yeah, it's like a do you remember that store called like Kirkland's on the East Coast? It's kind of like that.
No.
It's like a second store, like a TJ Maxx, like a Home Goods.
Yeah, it's like a Marshalls or a TJ
but a
Maxx.
little
Okay.
more like
For-
Coastal Grandma.
And for more home decor and furniture and stuff.
Coastal grandma.
It's a little more grandma. It's like a grandma Home Goods.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's got
Makes sense why you would know about it, Amy. That makes sense.
I know all that. They are closing nationwide, so if anybody's listening, go to your Tuesday morning. They have great fixtures.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like $40 for one section of shelves.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're retail, they go up real fast and they steal, they last forever.
So you guys must sell quite a bit to have a car with a 3-car garage in it. You guys must be doing pretty well, huh?
Right.
Raking in the big bucks, selling 80 Eileen Fishers a day or something like that.
We sell a lot of Eileen Fisher, but we're trying to get more, but we didn't have space to bring in more, right? We have the opportunities to get more, but we couldn't. So we're trying to say yes more.
There we go.
We can bring it in now, hopefully.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite of you. I went from a big space to a small space. So I have to say less, but I'm not really good at saying less.
So are you getting full?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to use my lanai for storage this week.
Uh-oh.
So we're already on the lanai part of it because I bought like 500 Department 56 houses
Excellent.
this week.
I saw
Because why
that.
not? Why
Nice.
not? What I do? It was like
They'll
$300.
always sell, though.
Yeah. So I was like, I have no room. Yeah, like the bigger house was more accessories, trees, all that, like everything. I haven't gone to the small part yet. I've been listing the big houses, but I'm already like over $2,000 on listings. I spent $300 on the thing, so I'm gonna do really good. But I was like, where the hell do I store this thing? So thankfully, the way my house is built, the way the lanai is built, is that if it rains, it doesn't go in there. I don't know how the design is part, but no matter what part the rain comes, it never goes in the lanai. So
Oh, wow.
is now used for storage as well. So now we have my office, my garage, my bedroom, and my lanai is now storage. So
Oh,
there
no,
we
you're
go.
turning into us. We're going in reverse.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. That's what I said. Thankfully, my bedroom is just used. I just have one of those like racks over there. I just have one of those in my bedroom for fragiles, and then my office is a bunch of it, and then my garage is packed, and then now we're in a lanai. So there we go.
Mhm.
I'm like you guys.
You're going to move. I see it coming.
Well, this is just a rental. I'm looking for a bigger house with like a 3-car garage like you
Yes.
guys. So I can be like you guys and then eventually, hopefully, turn that into something and put a mini split in there and all that because my garage doesn't have any of that right now. So,
Right.
yeah. And I don't want to do it in a rental. So it just makes no sense.
No. And also working from home, when people get like off-site storage, I'm always like, but then you don't work from home. We love it because we just go in the backyard.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. I'm like, even if it's just to store your inventory, just think about how much trips you're making back and forth with it. And let's say you pull the orders, you're about to pack them, and something else sells. You're like, gotta go back to the storage and grab it again. It's just
Anytime we sell a plush and I forget to pull it, there's plenty of
it would be a plush too, right? It'd be like a $10 plush that you forget.
every single time. Yeah.
Sweet. So you talked about drums a little bit. Dan, tell me about your obsession of drums. Why do you like drums so much?
Man, it's just, so I've been playing music as long as I can remember. My mom and dad started me on piano lessons. Back in yeah,
nice. I play piano.
I used to. I mean, I haven't touched it before. I can't tell you how long. When we moved to the States, we settled in Houston first. That was the first place I went to like school full time.
Wait, can we interrupt the drum story? Because this is funny.
Yeah.
His dad and mom dropped him in the 3rd grade. He's German. Dropped him in Houston public schools. He knew no English. And they were like, go to school.
Have fun.
As a third grader.
that is a good interruption right there, Amy. That is important to
I
know.
mean, how sink or swim is that? How German is that? To just be like, boom, there you
There we
go.
go.
Yeah, and I mean, I honestly.
So you know, not one word. You just went in there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Einstein drying just the whole time, and that's it.
Yeah, I knew from like watching TV, I could understand a little bit, but
Sheesh.
I don't remember ESL like an ESL program or anything. I remember it was just kind of.
But I think that's why you're so agreeable now, because you just had to he assimilates really well.
Yeah, I remember I did ESL 3rd and 4th grade. So, but
so it's the same.
Well, I kind of had no choice. But
I really don't remember taking it.
Yeah. So. I actually in 3rd grade I won the Young Authors Project winner. So I was at the peak of my writing and English at 3rd grade when I first moved in. And then it went downhill since then. I actually found my book of what I won for, and pretty much I watched Frosty the Snowman and I wrote about it like it was my own story. It was about a snowman that comes to life. That's what I won for.
I'm so proud.
I was copywriting back in 3rd grade before it was cool.
Wait, so both of you came here in 3rd grade. You have so much in common. I didn't know that.
No, that either.
I came summer going into 3rd grade, so I came June and then I went to 3rd grade in August or September. So yeah.
That was probably used. But I mean, Dan, this was in 1922, so it's different.
Completely different school system.
Totally different. I mean, the whole
this is pre-World War II. It was completely crazy. Hey.
I'm sorry. In case you were listening, you have no idea. We make fun of Dan. He's not this old.
Oh man, shots fired. Like Dan's like, what did I come here for, man?
We call it old man aura.
How old are you, Dan?
I'm about to turn 45.
See, you're not that old.
No, but he acts like he's about 92.
Yeah. I start getting real tired about 7 o'clock. You know.
Oh man, so I hope you got some coffee in you now, man, because I don't want you fall asleep halfway through the interview, man. It's gonna be just Amy talking the whole time. Dan's gonna be snoozing.
That's normal. All of this is normal. It tracks. Drums.
Yeah. No, so it was like, I think it was going into 6th grade. So going into intermediate school, that's the first year you have to pick an elective, and you get to pick either band, orchestra, choir. So I picked band because in my still kind of German brain, I didn't understand what a school band was. That concept didn't.
So wait, you thought you were in a rock band?
I thought I was going to be in a rock band.
You thought it was like Jack Black over there, and like.
No, I swear to God, that's exactly.
You thought you were gonna be ABBA or something?
I had no idea. I was like, "Wait, you can be in a band? That's the coolest thing I've ever heard."
Okay.
So you have to write down 3 things you want to play. So I wrote down drums, keyboards, and saxophone. And I got
saxophone. That's an interesting third. Okay.
Yeah, and so I got picked to play percussion and fell in love with it, and I've been playing it ever since.
Dang.
Yeah.
All 90+ years.
All because you don't know what a band was. All because you don't know a band. Now you're a master drummer. Are you in an actual band now?
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a cover band. We're really unique. Like we don't live in Dallas. Like everybody lives in a separate thing. We all met because we're all like super 311 fans.
That's
311. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are doing the cover songs on the 311 cruise, right? Or that's how Kelsey met you guys over there, right?
Yeah, we love Kelsey.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna see her next month.
Yeah, we saw her on the cruise. That was really cool.
So tell me how that works as a cruise musician. Do you guys stay in a normal crew, or do you guys are downstairs with the?
Downstairs.
Are you seriously downstairs too?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, I got so many questions now. Okay.
Happens all on like deck 5.
Yeah.
So you're like below like the water level, pretty much.
No,
like...
you get a window.
Yeah, you're right at the water level.
Yeah, like I think there's rooms on deck 4 with no windows, or just
crew
porthole windows.
Okay.
But
we're still down with the peasants. Don't worry. We're like at the bottom part of the Titanic.
Yeah, we're on. Like I said, we're on 5, and like the nice rooms with the balconies and everything are on like 11 and 12.
Yeah, I remember like whenever I would cruise, I would be like in double digits on for my room. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
But
yeah,
our rooms are
They're yes. They are.
free 95, so we love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what does include in your room? Just pretty much like the bed, toilet, shower put
I
together
mean,
kind of
it
thing.
looks like
Yeah.
any other cruise room.
It's very small,
They
though.
don't vary much, but it's very small. Like, yeah, you walk in the door, and the door to the bathroom is immediately to the right, and there's like the big bed, and it takes up. There's like this much space between, each wall. It's like the wall,
Yeah, it's
this
real
much
tiny.
space, bed, that much more space, wall,
Luckily,
window.
we're used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, how many have you guys been on?
There's been
That's
7 311 cruises, and
dang.
we've been on all 7, and we've played on 4 of them.
When's the next one? Is there one coming up this year?
No, they do them every other
Yeah.
year in
Oh,
even years.
No, it's
No, even
odd.
years.
Odd.
No.
Today, 2023 is odd.
so you guys went this year already?
Yeah.
So
Odd
odd
years.
years.
This is gonna be 2025 is the next one. Dang.
Yeah, but then they do 311 day on the even years in Las
Usually
Vegas.
in Vegas, yeah.
Okay.
Every
gotcha.
year in March, like we're always like we can't commit. It's in March. Nope.
Yeah, for that we'll usually play like pre-parties or after parties or something like that.
Gotcha. So do you get paid to play on a cruise too, or do you just get a free cruise? Or has
I mean, technically you do get paid, but with how many people are in our band and stuff,
you don't really make much? Okay. So.
They have like a full horn section. It's like they play rock music, but they add in horns. It's a really really cool band.
Dang.
yeah.
So
we've
it's a
got
lot of people.
7
How many members?
7.
7. Holy shnikes.
And a lot of the band members play multiple instruments. It's a really full sound. It's so interesting to hear songs you think you know and love, and then to hear them with added horns. You're just like, what? Where was this the whole time? I thought I loved this song. I love it even more,
Yeah.
It's not just 311. They do 90s covers, like, Pearl Jam, that kind of
Yeah, like similar
fighters.
styles. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So do you guys practice like over Zoom or something, or you
No,
just
we
know
just-
what you do? Or you
Yeah, we pretty much play, right as things are on album tracks, or if there's like a live record or whatever, everybody listens to the same version of the song, just learn your part, and you show it.
That's dope.
Luckily, the
Okay.
horn players live in Denver together.
Yeah, the 3 horn players live together in Denver, so they're able to rehearse, which is awesome.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
such a difference.
But everybody else is like split out. I'm in Dallas. Our bass player lives in LA.
He would live in LA.
Yeah.
The bass player would live in LA.
One guitar player lives in St. Louis. Another guitar player lives in Kansas City. I'm sorry, one's in Kansas City, one's in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And is that everybody?
Yeah, it's fun to-
If he forgot somebody, obviously it's not important. So.
Well, he used to live in New York, but then he moved, so
Right.
now he's in Denver.
Okay, there we go. So back to this cruise. I'm so intrigued now, since you guys are like part of the crew kind of thing.
So yeah,
Explain to me, like, give me like a schedule, like what a day in the life of a cruise musician looks like.
well, I'm also a cruise. We're just fans as well. So on the music cruise is like a festival. There's like usually when you're at sea, there's music starts at around noon.
Yeah, they have yoga in the morning.
Yeah.
And then music.
And there's multiple
nice.
stages. So there's a big stage set up outside. They cover the pool on the deck outside. So that's where like the crowd stands, and they set up a huge stage in front of like the big rooms or whatever. And then there's also like a theater stage. They set up a stage in the atrium of the ship. And in the little bar, they set up a stage down there.
Yeah.
So literally there's like somebody playing on every stage almost all day long.
Yeah, it's normally there's 2 people to choose from to go see.
Yeah.
It's more than a festival. Normally, like some of the smaller festivals is just one goes here and then the next stage opens. And then on the cruise, you can go see 1 of 3 bands a lot of the time. You're like, oh, I guess I'll go see.
Yeah, there's usually stuff going on.
I've never been like on like a music cruise like this, but I've just been on regular ones, and it's always also like there's like an acoustic set downstairs, and there's like somebody more rocky upstairs or whatever, and then there's somebody in the auditorium that does completely different, and you just choose whichever one you want to go to.
These are a little bit more. More themed.
Yeah,
obviously, because it's the headliner. They draw a certain style, and everybody seems to kind of like a certain style.
Yeah,
but
There's
they do split out like singer-songwriter acoustic stuff, or like
comedy.
frontmen from there's also stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then they have like games and stuff like that too that you can go. And the band 311, so it's their crew, so they participate in some of the activities or some of the shows. So they'll jump in with a band and sing, or they'll have a name that tune hosted by one of the band members.
311 they're there too. Wow.
Oh yeah, they headline.
They play three or four shows.
But they also just show up on the boat, and then you get your picture with them. But so everybody on the boat, they just have one day, and everybody cycles through and gets their picture with the band. Pretty cool.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the company that does it, they're called Sixth Man. They're out of Atlanta, and they do this with all sorts of styles. They do like a Kiss cruise. There's like a
Jimmy Buffett cruise, Beach
cruise,
Boys.
Beach Boys. There's like a
Beach Boys still alive?
Beach Boys was right before our cruise, so all the band
all the leftover swag,
all the leftover Beach Boys. We were like, oh yeah, Kokomo cruise, and I'm like, man, this is
of course it'll be the Kokomo cruise. They go to Aruba, then Jamaica.
Exactly. I want to go on the Beach Boys cruise so bad and rock out with the biddies. Like I would love it so much. Well, one day, okay. If we're lucky, one day.
And what is the destination? Like, where do you guys go from and to?
It's different every time. This year, it leaves out of Miami.
We left out of Miami and went to Belize first.
Went to Belize.
Belize.
Yeah. So it's was it Norwegian? Yeah, Norwegian. It's chartered on Norwegian Cruise Line. So NCL.
Oh, that's like the bougie one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I've just always been Carnival, so I'm like the bottom.
We've done Carnival
the very
before.
first two were Carnival, and then like that Sixth Man company, they switched their contract.
Yeah, so Norwegian is way fancier than Carnival. So,
Norwegian's nice.
Yeah.
So they have like a private island off the coast of Belize or something. So that's when we went there in Belize, and then somewhere in Honduras.
But I don't count having gone to Belize because it's really touristy. It's like a little
It's like literally like they own like a tiny little island off the coast, and that's where.
Yeah.
It's not cultural.
Yeah, Carnival the same thing in Bahamas. I think we went. Mm-hmm. They owned an island, and we just were there, and it was a weird island. They had like pigs on the island. They had like chickens running around. It was like a weird island.
Pigs.
Yeah, there's like wild pigs, and then like just chilling on the island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. We have to stay up late though. I mean, my band we play late night.
1 a.m.
We start at 1 a.m. We play 1 to 3 a.m.
Dang, they give me the graveyard shift.
Yeah, but nobody else is playing over them, so that's good.
That's great.
They're the only people playing on the band. Obviously, it's 1 a.m. But our schedule is a little.
It's rough,
1 a.m. is usually where it's club time. That's where we in the club. That's everybody.
Yeah, the
everybody
only
is
on that time and later is like the silent disco,
which is super fun. You ever been to a silent disco?
Is that like something where you put like headphones in?
Yeah.
And I've seen it, but I've never been part of it. No.
It's so fun. You're like dancing with strangers. You never met them before in your life. It's so fun. Not more fun than your band.
But
I did not sneak away to play on disco. That did not happen.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll send you some links, man. There's stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. So as like, if you're just going as like just for fun, is the drink package a must?
Not for us. No.
Really? You guys don't drink that much?
We don't drink nearly enough to justify that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you also have a rider.
Yeah, I mean, when we go on up, but he said if we were just to go.
Right. People, no, we don't drink that.
Absolutely not. No.
The first time I went, there was a Ukrainian guy who was the concierge of the whole thing, and me and him just became friends the first day, and every day he would put me like 10 vouchers. Nice. So oh sweet, I don't need no package. I can just count to him.
So for us, the Starbucks package was definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have like a drinks package that isn't for
beer,
right? They have like a soda coffee package, right? Yeah.
This one was different.
They have a soda package, which we wouldn't use anyway because we don't drink soda either. But they have a Starbucks package. The NCL boat has Starbucks put in. And so it was like unlimited Starbucks for like 12 bucks a day per person. And we were like, yeah, done.
That's like one drink.
I had 18 Starbuckses. I was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, get me a Starbucks. Like, I got this all day. They knew us by name. Oh, Mr. Dan.
That was great. Yeah.
Was the Starbucks open 24/7? Or,
No, but they
closed
were
right before.
close at like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I guess you guys were there right at like 11. It's like,
Oh,
give us
10:59 every night.
give us like 5 to go.
Hey,
Give me 6 Schlitzes.
Yeah, I remember on ours, the only thing that was open 24/7 was the pizza upstairs in the cafeteria. So after the club, it was always like, all right, let's go get pizza. This poor like
a buffet or something. Is that what it is?
no, the pizza was like a guy that's just there, and he makes the pies for you.
They had,
And you go there and you tell him which toppings you want. So it's like just one just random like Western or like Eastern European guy.
Yeah.
There's like all these people that are like hammered from the club, just coming and just.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that was not our. We have a buffet on ours.
There was
open.
like a bar food buffet with like burgers and dogs and wings and stuff, and then
That's open 24/7.
I don't know if that
It
was
was open till
24/7. It
4.
was like open really late.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they
Until
had-
4 a.m. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty much 24/7. Yeah.
you had room service pizza and room service 24/7.
Okay.
It was and we're keto, so shout out to Norwegian for
Yeah, I mean,
accommodating.
They have keto friendly meals, right?
They
were
shuffle.
they were working. They were able to accommodate.
They
Like,
come to your
Wow.
table, ask you what you can eat, and
we sent them a form ahead of time.
so great.
Yeah,
Dang. Yeah, I always say if people want to travel, cruises is one of the best, most affordable by far. Like if you want to talk about it, yeah.
you want to talk about cruises?
We gotta talk
can
about something.
We can talk about Viking river cruises.
Talking about old man right here, Viking River Cruise.
Man,
What is that?
you see the commercials on TV, right? It's like the big long ships. They cruise the rivers in
And
Europe
you can look at the
whatever.
castles from your room.
Nah, I don't get those specified ads for me yet.
All right.
That must be coming off their Bonanza or something. That must be something you watch.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Well, look it up. It's absolutely marketed towards like old people,
Yes.
but
We went.
like older than me. Okay?
What's it called?
Viking
Viking.
river cruises.
Viking River. So is it actually in like the Scandinavian countries or just
Yeah.
anywhere?
Some of the cruises are. We did
They
the Danube,
go all over the world. Yeah.
and we were definitely the youngest people on the boat by 40 years. I'm
But-
not even.
By 40 years.
Seriously. Yeah. No joke. Okay.
Everyone was like 80s and 90s.
Yeah. High 70s.
It's like the weather in Dallas. Woo!
But I'm not, dude. I'm telling you, it was and Amy will vouch. It was by far the best vacation we've ever been on.
100%.
Ever. Period. Full stop. Like
Don't think of it as old people. You are with old people. That's fine.
if you can, if you can deal being with old people.
When we say old, we'll have all the love in our hearts. I mean, like 90-year-old people. Like last trip.
Getting help off the boat with the water.
So this right here?
That's right.
Oh
there.
yeah, that was our
That's it.
roommate.
we've
actually,
been there.
I've been there.
That's Budapest. We were there.
So we started in Budapest and we went on 14-day cruise all the way up to Amsterdam, all the way through Germany.
The scenery looks amazing. Not gonna
It's
lie.
Stunning.
Dude, I mean, then that's like not even the best part. Like, there's a
I don't know.
free
I
tour-
see a lot of young people in this commercial.
Look, right
I
here,
don't
right
know.
here. That was your grandma. Go back. That was your grandma.
there's a free tour.
Probably that. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Looks exactly like your grandma. I love it.
Oh,
She was
man.
probably on our cruise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we went to the Netherlands too.
It was so good. Like, there's a free tour, in every city, but the food is amazing. There's free beer and wine with every meal. It's just
But the best part is you go to sleep, you wake up, you're looking at castles from a river, and then you get off the boat and you're in a new city every single day. So it's like backpacking without ever having to leave the comfort of your 5-star luxury room.
Yeah.
So it's like an ocean cruise, but just through rivers in Europe, pretty much. That's how
Yes.
it works.
Much more gentle than an ocean cruise. You don't even feel
Yeah.
any movement at all.
The boat seems like a lot smaller too, right? It's not like a big cruise boat, right?
250 rooms or something.
Something
It's
like that.
very, very small.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's a long ship. Like you have dinner with everybody together, unless you go upstairs and have a little two top, like we did.
That's
That's,
what we
the
did.
hot tip right there.
Mhm.
That's, you don't want to be with all the old people. Go upstairs to the little two
Don't
tops.
go to the main dining room. Go upstairs. Go to the front of the ship. There's like a little.
Yeah, there's some great stories in the main dining room, though. I'm telling you, if you were like a people person, an extrovert, choice.
Yeah.
Because these people. Oh, also, we were going from Amsterdam all the way. I mean, from Budapest all the way to Amsterdam, and in every stop, because we were going through Germany, there was Jewish tours. and Dan's Jewish too, and we went on all the Jewish tours. So
okay.
It's a World War II kind of walk through time, and you get to see all the places that you learn about in history books. And then you go on the tours. You could pick the Jewish tour or the non-Jewish tour, and on the Jewish tour they give you all the information because they didn't want to like bum everybody out. So like you could choose to be bummed out. Of course I chose that. I'm like, Dan, we're going on that one. You go to the graveyards and you learn about all the Holocaust, all the things. It was really enlightening, I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
To like put places that I had only heard about in books to my, and then to see the beauty that these places have now.
Yeah.
It was really, really life-changing. We went in 2019.
So how long is this whole, like how many days is it?
It was a 14-day.
Holy moly.
Really
dang.
long. Yeah.
That is a lot of days to take off eBay.
We weren't resellers at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
before the
we were, but we were just like part-time on Poshmark.
Yeah.
So we just put our Poshmark on vacation. We were like, see ya.
You guys are starting to sell me though, because there's a lot of places I want to see, like what you're describing. So this is a good way to go see it.
Get on the mailing list, and if you wait and if you're flexible, you can score a killer deal with international airfare included.
Oh, that's included in their package or whatever? Okay.
Sometimes,
we almost we had the FITs, if you know what I mean, and we almost went, it was $3,000 per person, including airfare for a 7-day through France. And we were like, might have to go, because it includes your airfare, your food, all your drinks. Like, you don't pay any.
$3,000 a person.
It can be. Yeah.
That's what you make like one day on YouTube, guys. It's very affordable for you guys.
Once we're making $3,000 a day on YouTube, we'll start broadcasting from the ship. We're not there yet.
You'll have the efforts a lot more often, right? Well, once that happens, it will be good. Hey, you know what you could do? If you go there, you vlog, it becomes a tax write-off. So
I'm saying
you could do that.
So I was like, can we write this off? But that was in 2015 before the world changed.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Yeah, that was different. Okay. But, I was laughing at you guys in the beginning, but now you guys might have sold me. You might see me on a Vikings River cruise pretty soon.
We tell everyone we know we're like the best vacation ever, and they're like, oh, okay. And then one of my friends from Fredericksburg is actually on the same cruise we went right now, and he's posting pictures, and everybody's writing like, how did you get this opportunity? He's like, I just went on the cruise. People act like it's a once in a lifetime, but for like $3,000, it's not actually. If you just work and save, it's not once in a lifetime. You can go a couple times.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you have that's a good point.
We could all just take off July or June, really late June to July, right about now, and go on a cruise.
I'm actually having like my best sales 2 weeks in a row ever. So I'm not really having to slow down here, but I'm sure it's coming.
May was our best month ever.
Yeah, see, bam. It's just all about, I think, the work you put in. I'm putting in the most work in the last couple of months, and now hopefully it's paying off. But that's always my mentality when it comes to that. Obviously, it's going to be just slower because it's that season, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is.
No.
Yeah. Most of the people that complain about it also list like twice a day, and they're like, well, if you do that, it might hurt you a lot more.
Oh, like 2 things, you mean?
Yeah, like 2 listings a day.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait a minute, nothing's selling. And I'm like, well, maybe it's more than just the weather.
Yeah.
We hear a lot of it too.
Yeah.
We tried not to listen. We just power through.
Exactly. That's the best way to do it. Anyways, back to fun times and vacations and cruise ships. How many have you guys been on? Do you know? Top of your head?
I've only been on the 311 cruises and that one.
Yeah,
so 8.
Yeah, same.
8? And you just said only. you prefaced it with only. I only been on 8.
The 311 cruises are more like work. They don't.
It's weird.
I do promotions for them. I've been working on all of them, and it's
yeah. I counted, but
okay, so it's not really fun.
The only fun one was.
It's absolutely fun.
Yeah, but the only one we went on for fun was fun.
Yeah. Amy has to go work, then kick all the groupies out. They're in Dan's room after the concert's over. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work.
Go down to deck 5.
They're all trying to go up to 14.
Yeah, exactly.
The group was like, wait a minute, we're going down? No.
Our friend that was on the crew, he wouldn't even come down to our room to get something. He was like, oh, I don't go down to 5. And we're like, oh, fine. Okay, fine.
So it's 5 where like all of the performers stay? That's 5?
Yeah.
Then the main crew is like below you guys, right? Like all the employees.
That's it.
Yeah, I heard that's crazy. Like 3, 2, all that down there is like Titanic. Like
Yeah, and they're crammed into rooms. Like
that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've only heard about that as well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some people on YouTube that like talk about it, and I'm trying to get them on the podcast to see if they can.
Cool.
But I don't know. It's really I put a lot of like fishing lines out there to different people that are working these like travel fields. A bunch of flight attendants, pilots, emailed a bunch of them so far. Not one person has even responded.
what?
They didn't say no. Just no one responded. There's probably emailed like 25 people already about this.
Just random people or reseller connected people?
No, just random people.
Oh.
All the resellers respond, because but everybody that's like I want this to be more than just resellers. I want to bring everybody up. Yeah, so hopefully somebody responds from somewhere.
Yeah.
We have a couple of connections there.
You throw out enough lines eventually.
Yeah, I think so too. And then once this like takes off and people see it's like, you don't really want to come to a show of like 500 subscribers or like no one's going to see this. So I guess maybe that's part of it too. But you guys still did, so thank you guys
I mean,
for sacrificing your Friday night.
Please, we wouldn't be doing anything else anyway.
we'd be listing.
We'd be working. So you're
Oh, lame. Who lists anymore?
Yeah, we have to. We list at night. It's crazy. Anyway, no reselling. We're drinking.
So what'd you guys do before reselling? You guys said this was 2019 before you guys were resellers. What you guys were doing then?
Yeah. So I was working with a family business. We did plastics.
Plastics?
Yeah, we had a like a distributorship where there's a company that manufactures a product here in the U.S. and we were selling that product into Mexico.
He was a reseller.
Yeah, sounds like you were a reseller.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know this business already.
Yeah.
Your whole life, man, just been drummer and reseller. That's been your calling.
Yep.
Yes. I've
And
had
then
the
aim-
best careers of every person ever. I was a high school theater teacher for 10 years
Wow.
in Northern Virginia. Yeah, that was my dream. I lived it. It was really fun. And
High school theater. That seems like a very competitive field to get into. There's not that many probably high school theater teachers.
No idea.
Yeah, it was my dream, and got to the top, and then
Rocked it.
had a lot of health issues from stress and lack of sleep. I was working 18, 20-hour days and doing 8 shows a year. There's someone at our house. And anyway, I started having seizures really bad, and they were uncontrollable. And then Dan swept up and took me to Texas. So in Texas, then I went to SMU to get my MFA. So I'm an artist, like through and through, and I have a master's degree in education, but I also have a master's degree in fine arts for theater design. So I work a lot at professional theaters and on movies in scenic design and costume design and wardrobe and props and art direction and all of that. So neither one of us full-time resellers by the clock, but that's not what we identify as at all. Like we're both artists. Yeah,
you have pretty much your hands in many different holes. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I've been to SMU when I went to 2018. I was in Dallas.
Oh, right.
SMU is gorgeous. The whole campus there is just like
that's
way prettier than anything we have in Pennsylvania.
Basically, just
We're
on the
on
other
campus.
side of 70.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I had friends in Plano.
About 30
I forgot the city. It's something a little north of Dallas. I think it was Plano. One of those. It was like an up and coming city. All the big companies were moving there, and everything was being built there. Yeah.
That's where Dan grew up.
That's where I went to high school.
Yeah.
Oh, Plato? Is it Plato or Plano? Plano.
Yeah.
Plano. Yeah.
Are you saying cabin?
Play-Doh. I went to Play-Doh, Texas.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Where you-
Gotcha. Yes, I probably driven past your house or something. Probably did that.
We're at SMU probably. We live on a really main street. Everyone knows where our house is. Like we can't hide it. Everyone knows our house from our lives, from us being outside of our house. It's a very, very unique house, and it's on a very main street. So
Are you not scared of people knowing where you live?
there's no way to hide it.
I mean, we did change our.
We did get a PO box.
We have a pre-filled security posture.
Yes, that's what I did too. I got a PO box.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, when I was first vlogging, I would vlog outside, and my house number would be seen on there.
Yeah.
And I had multiple people messaging me screenshots of my house, and they just could see it from my house number. Apparently, they could just Google that and the city, and it still shows up. And I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
So I had to blur all that out, to go back to all my videos and edit that, and try. I just want to get as much privacy as possible. I don't know if you guys know the story about back in PA. Somebody bought something from me on eBay, and I had my house address back in PA, and somebody was not happy with their purchase. And instead of going through the eBay way, they decided to drive 2 hours to my house, knock on my door, and try to solve it that way.
That's freaking crazy.
Did you call the police?
I didn't have to. Thankfully, like I wasn't home, so that they knocked plenty of times. I saw on my ring.
Yeah.
And then dude left me a note on my mailbox saying, "You told me this doesn't work. Do the right thing, Paul." He left me a note on the mailbox, leaving the item in the mailbox too. I'm like, what in the world?
Why didn't you just open a return? Oh my god.
Yeah, it was for like a digital camera. It was like $22. The dude lived 2 hours from my house. I looked at the thing. The dude drove 2 hours for me to do it right for him.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's state line situation.
So yeah, ever since that, I was like, yeah, we're not putting my house address anywhere out there. I'm trying to get as much protection as possible.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so glad we got a PO box. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing PO box, and then hopefully I don't have any crazy like YouTube stalkers that like are looking on like tree lines and whatever, trying to triangulate my position where I am.
See that shadow behind you?
Yeah, I'm like that fence and that tree. That's usually in this area.
That is crazy. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I said, thankfully I wasn't home. Like that.
You're like, I'm out. I'm out.
I wasn't. That happened. So I moved end of January. That happened beginning of December. So it was like right before I moved. And so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting a PO box when I move. That's the first thing I'm doing. So,
oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's terrifying.
Yeah. Thankfully, the post office is close, so like the PO box thing isn't a big issue. I can't say how close in case people are listening.
Don't say.
Are calculating the steps I take to go there.
I cannot. Ours is close too. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any crazy experiences like that, right? That's
knock on wood.
Yeah, not that I can.
No big 311 fans just coming over, just like, hey.
No,
for the most part, 311 fans are pretty cool.
We considered opening like an Airbnb in our house for resellers because we have a additional dwelling unit in the back of our house.
Oh.
And we're like, come to Dallas and do thrifting, stay at our Airbnb, but then we're like,
do we want all these people here?
It's like attached to our house. So if it was like separate from our house, maybe, but it's attached to our house. And I'm just not sure I'm ready for that.
Right.
I have an extra room right now, just an extra bedroom. And I was thinking of doing that as an Airbnb just for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't think I want anybody here. So
it's weird. Somebody was telling us a story that they have like just a room for their Airbnb. Oh, it was your friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, people are just chilling in her living room, making popcorn, watching TV. I was like,
so weird.
I can't. No.
One of my friends who lives here also has a 3-bedroom house, and he does that, but he rents both the rooms out to different people. So there'll be times where he has just like 2 random strangers in his house at the same time.
Oh, it's the extrovert's paradise out there. I couldn't.
Yeah. He says they pay for his rent. It's crazy how many people like do that. Like it says, some people rent like 2 weeks at a time. If they come in here for work and they just need a room, they go. I think he does it for like $70 a night, which is pretty affordable. Yeah. But with both the rooms, I think his rent's like $1,200 because he got a house a long time ago. So pretty much pays for everything. So like, I guess I was thinking about doing it, but I was like, no, I like my privacy way too much.
I love my privacy. I have an issue with this.
A couple of little tweaks, some locks, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. It's a separate dwelling, but same driveway, same back door. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We need the money, so we'll figure it out.
You need your hands in more holes. You just not enough holes.
Yeah. Too much to do. Well, now that our garage is like normal, it used to be a horde.
You can rent your closet out now. Just the closet is just chilling there.
Okay, that's attached to our bedroom.
Yeah.
Just a couple of locks,
Whoa.
a separate door.
We could put bunk beds in there.
Perfect.
4. We could have like a little, what do you call
build
it?
them into the wall.
Yeah.
There we go. See, I'm giving you guys some ideas.
Perfect. We're just gonna rent out our whole house. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Garage.
You just be your garage, but you guys will be raking in the money. Think about the money you'll be making.
I'm hopeful. We just need a supplier. You know what I mean? The elusive supplier. I'll list all night. I just need to get the stuff to list.
Yeah, that's an issue.
I know. Everybody.
We'll do a little reseller talk here, right? Where do you guys get your stuff? Is it just estate sales, pretty much, or bins?
Yeah, we go to the bins just for YouTube content, to be honest.
And we do sell the stuff we pick up.
Yeah.
We're not just picking up garbage and then just stuff.
But we would.
You don't pick up like Karen Fisher and like Mud Jeans and like Old Navy.
I know about you and the Mud Jeans.
And what's the big Lauren Conrad? You guys want to give Lauren Conrad any love?
No love there. But we do, our most viewed videos are bins hauls, and we get the most subscribers from those. So we do go to the bins, and Dallas has a good bins now. We didn't used to have a good bin, so this is new for us.
Yeah.
Our bins was horrible before. It would change once a day, and there was only like 8 bins. It was no good. But now it's huge.
That sounds terrible. Yeah. Okay.
We never went. It was just not worth our time. But now it's huge, and they changed a lot. I mean, it's still a little crazy, but it's really good for content. And then we go there.
Is there one for the whole city, or is there multiple in Dallas? Or is
one?
One. Wow. Is it packed then? A lot of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really packed.
There's a lot of people. And then there's one in Fort Worth too, which I don't think is as good. But we do find great stuff at the bins, but we end up being there for 8 hours. And it's like the whole day. And if we spent 8 hours going to estate sales, we would have an entire van full.
Yeah.
And then
8 hours is a long time. I love going to garage sales, and I tap out like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So 8 hours is a long time to source.
8 from leaving the house. No, but 8 from leaving the house to getting home. Once you check out and everything, if we stay, we stay from 10 to 4. And it takes an hour to get there at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, okay, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. I'm rounding up.
Sounds like 7.
It's a long time. More than we spend driving around to estate sales.
Yeah, that's
So I'd say we prefer that.
So does the bin start at 10? Is that what you guys get there?
Well, we start at 10, you see.
Oh, you.
We are not early risers. Like if we get
we start at 10. The bins open at like 6, but we get there at 10.
They open at like 7 or 8.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're not there.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know. We've never been there.
I think the longest I've done bins was like 2 hours, and I had enough. I was done after 2. I couldn't do anymore. So.
Well, you see, you get that like gambling streak where you're like, well, the next round might be banging. So you wait. And then you find a couple things. You're like, okay, well now the next round is going to be even better. We're both like have gambling problems.
Yeah, that's how I am at the poker table.
Yes.
I'm up like 400, but this new dealer's coming in, and it's gonna do even better. Then I'm like down 200. I'm like, but just wait, I'll be back up to 400 again.
Yep. And then if you're there long enough at the bins, you're like, well, I've already been here for 3 hours. I haven't found anything. I'm already wasting my time. Might as well stay another hour in case I find something that makes it all worth it. It's all that gambling mentality.
The fallacy of sunk costs.
Yes. So do you guys like bring food with you and stuff, or what do you do?
No, man.
Do you pack a lunch?
It's gonna sound really weird, but because we're keto, like we only eat 2 meals a day. We eat breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
Is that part of being a keto? Or just that's how you guys are?
It's just how it rolls for
hungry.
us. Like you don't get hungry. Yeah, you can sustain off of.
So keto just like no carbs, right? That's pretty much what keto means. Okay, yeah.
Much no carbs.
A lot of your meals that you post are keto.
Yeah, but it's just because I don't like carbs. It's not like a lifestyle choice. Yeah.
Oh, it's not a choice. I have epilepsy and it controls my so we just have to do it. But I understand there's a lot of people that do it as choice for weight loss. Right? We don't lose any weight because we're just like normal right now.
But when we first started, I did for sure. I lost like.
Oh my gosh!
I dropped 30 pounds like real quick.
Yeah, I think carbs are overrated, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
people are like, oh, no carbs to survive. I'm like, I like meat better. I think meat's tastier.
I'll eat some cheese instead. There.
But like evolutionary, you know, if you look at evolution, if you believe in that,
That was a big eye roll.
I just had to pause.
We do live in Texas, and you live in Florida.
And so, but like humanity started as keto. We didn't have grain and bread and all of that.
True, very true.
It works, and that's why keto people can eat berries, like hunters and gatherers, nuts and berries. That's totally
all you need.
keto, yeah.
Yep.
And then meat, we can obviously, and cheese is just a bonus.
Yeah, for sure. And delicious.
Dairy is always a bonus.
Says the lactose intolerant girl right here.
Oh, you're lactose intolerant too? Dang, man.
Yeah, it forced us to learn like a lot of dairy. It is lactose free. So there's like
really?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like
interesting.
Pure heavy cream is completely lactose free.
Mm-hmm. And you would think it would like kill you.
As long as it's pure heavy cream. Like you have to check the label that it's not mixed with any milk.
Interesting. See, I had no clue about this.
Brands out there that are like that.
So like milk is basically white sugar water.
Yeah.
And then the cream at the top is the good stuff.
Because white sugar water.
That's what has the lactose. There's so much sugar in milk. It's crazy how much sugar.
So, like your Starbucks, what do you get? Like soy milk or like oat milk, or what do you do?
Soy as well. I just have all the food allergies.
Oh my goodness!
But you would not believe how we eat. We eat like gourmet food. Dan cooks every single meal, and it is so good.
I can't imagine like your first date and Amy's like, okay, I can't eat this.
It's always like that. It is.
Yeah.
We've only been fully keto for what, 3.5 years?
No, you lost COVID time because we were definitely keto on the cruise in 2019.
You lost
18.
It's hard to keep track with COVID, man. COVID just like erased so many years. It's hard to keep track.
It's been 5 or 6 years, and it's great. It works to control my seizures. I have, knock on wood, have a seizure, which they were uncontrollable, and I was losing. You know, you get amnesia from seizures. I was losing 6 months of my life at a time, and it's been
really. That's how it works.
Yeah, and you can't drive for 6 months.
Holy moly.
So anything I can do, people are like, do you cheat? I'm like, hell no. Like, no way would I cheat. Risk having a seizure and losing my memory of 6 months prior, right? And then for 6 months on the other side of it too, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what day it is. I don't know who I am. And then being able to drive and stuff, it's really, really frustrating. So we don't cheat at all.
I had no clue there was like a link with like carbs and epilepsy. I don't know.
It's not necessarily the link between epilepsy and carbs. I think it's the sugars, yeah. But also when you go keto, it balances out like all your hormone levels. There's no hormone spikes. It's
all sugar.
Yeah.
Like you don't have any insulin or inulin spikes at all.
It's crazy because I bet you if you went to the doctors, they probably give you like a bunch of pills to take and just do this and take this pill every day and you'll be fine, right?
I do have to take a pill every day, but not as much dosage as I used to take. Yeah. And the pills that I used to take turned me into an actual zombie, and it was not good. Like you couldn't recognize my personality. I didn't know who people were by facial recognition, or even when they called me, I was really, really like walking in quicksand all the time. And so I'm able to just take the minimum dosage that I need now to not have any breakthroughs. And I teach people about epilepsy all the time. So if anybody's watching this and you need to know more about epilepsy, just like come at me, because I have some people be like, oh, I know a person that has uncontrolled seizures. And I'm like, bring him here, because it really is life-changing.
And you can do it like the natural way, which is awesome. Like you don't have to be reliant on anything. Yeah.
It's not even, when I say diet, that sounds bad. It's like amazing food. Like
you have to be willing to cook. That's for sure.
That's true. But we have, Gourmet. You would think it was
like, you got Chef Dan right there. Kind of like
so great. He loves cooking too. He had this like amazing Mexican meal right before this. I'm like, got the
ooh.
It's
I legit just had a steak before this. That's all I was. I had no time, so I'm like, let me just pan fry a steak real quick. Just eat that.
But like, it's not that hard, right? People just
it takes like 8 minutes with everything. So
it would take you longer to get in the car, drive to McDonald's, go through the drive-thru, and come home. It would take you longer.
And I would pay more, and I would get food that's terrible for me. And I would feel disgusting 20 minutes later.
Amen. That's what I'm saying. I have a friend with chronic illness, and then everything on Instagram is like her next fast food. And I'm like, I can't help you. I don't know what to say.
1 + 1 does equal 2.
Last time I checked.
Dan, did you cook your whole life, or is it something you just learned recently, or?
Oh, I mean, I worked in restaurants a whole bunch in my 20s. Like,
dang, you are an old man. You lived so many different things.
I've done a lot of things. I've had a lot of jobs. Yeah. But I really loved it. Like, I loved working in the service industry. I waited tables and I bartended. And I had a friend of mine that was an executive chef. So I spent a lot of time with him and like just watching stuff in the kitchen. And
dang, okay.
yeah.
So you learned the tricks of the trade
Little
kind of
bit.
early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to make?
Man, I make a really good shrimp salad right now. I know that doesn't sound very exciting. But
Yeah, anything shrimp for me sounds great.
Shrimp salad sounds like tuna salad.
right,
No.
it's
no,
like
no.
it's
like a Cobb
it's
salad.
it's like a Cobb salad with shrimp and hard-boiled egg and fried halloumi cheese and
So if you don't want to have bread, fried halloumi cheese is so much better than croutons. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Fried what?
Halloumi?
I'm gonna change.
What is that?
Yeah, your about the life's going to be changing.
Look it up.
Hold on, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it.
Is it cheese?
It's a Greek cheese. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
It comes in brine, and it's like you slice it and you fry it. Like
in little cubes, like croutons.
Is this thing right here?
Yeah, you pan fry it or you grill it.
Let me put you guys on big.
Yeah, show.
It doesn't melt; it browns.
It's like a cheese stick, but with not breading.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so salty and delicious.
So
and
good.
I see it on Instacart right now.
Until it's brown.
The Doni is what you guys have, right?
Yeah.
It's from Cyprus.
Yeah, it's from Greece. It's
This
so
thing right here.
That's it. Worth every penny.
Oh my.
You just chop up little bits like croutons, fry them up in a pan. We use it like avocado oil or something, and then it's like adds the crunch to your salad, but salty and delicious. It's game changer.
Oh, it's so.
I never want a crouton ever again in my life.
Yeah, who wants croutons when you can have fried halloumi?
So that's part of your Greek salad. You have that and
And
eggs
bacon.
and
Bacon, avocado, some sunflower seeds, some pumpkin seeds.
We grilled the shrimp with Old Bay,
Yeah, Old Bay shrimp.
and we're missing.
it's grilled too. The shrimp is grilled.
Yeah.
Well, I cook them in the Instant Pot because I get them frozen at Sam's. So I cook them in the Instant Pot until they're done, like 6-7 minutes, and then I just throw them in the pan to coat them with Old Bay.
Everybody that's watching, hopefully you guys had lunch because my stomach is growling right now. So
We considered making a keto YouTube.
I think we're going to do it.
do it.
Yeah, because we have some recipes we've created ourselves, that aren't in books and stuff.
And that's something that people search for all the time. Like,
I think we're going to do it.
that's good evergreen content, man. Like,
I'm just,
talk about evergreen content. That right there.
That's what I don't want to do. I want to clean the kitchen every day. We clean the kitchen, but we don't like.
So it's presentable for YouTube. Yeah, gotcha.
When you zoom in, you can see all the littles, and you're like.
I don't want to have Chef Ramsay yell.
You don't want to see him react to one of your videos, and he goes.
No, I can just see him now, like.
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
Well, we said if we can make enough money to afford a housekeeper one time a week, we'll just film the YouTube video that day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Before we cook anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a housekeeper. It's a game changer.
Really?
We've
never really had one.
But she comes once every 2 weeks. But still, like...
Yeah, it's got to be awesome.
Sometimes, like, if I have guests coming, I'm like, yo, can you come 2 days earlier? So, like, and she makes it look like I just moved in here. Like, it's like
What?
she scrubs everything. So, this is a funny story. I found her on the beach. A funny story. So,
How do you
yeah,
find
so...
on the beach?
Well, I was at the beach, right? I heard somebody speaking my language. I started speaking Ukrainian, and I'm like, started talking to her, and she came here after the war on like a visa status from when the whole war happened. So she's been here for about a year, and she's like, "Yeah, I clean houses," and I'm like, "I'm looking for someone to clean my house." So yeah, I found her that way. She comes every 2 weeks, and I'm her only like Ukrainian client. She doesn't know English really that well, but all her clients speak English. So when she comes here, she's like, like feels so free because she's speaking about everything. I want to understand everything. So she like probably I think she likes it more than I like her because she can just like talk like freely, you know, and I understand her. Yeah. The only bad part is like her visa expires next May, and I'm like, what am I gonna do when you're gone? She has a husband. It's kind of hard to marry her. She has a husband. She has 2 kids. They're both here too. Her husband just got his CDL, so he's like a truck driver.
Yes.
And then her kids are like,
he's
like
here?
13 and 10. Yeah, they're all here. Yeah.
He should just get a job somewhere that can sponsor him. If he has a CDL.
Well, he wants to stay here. She wants to go back.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, never mind.
It's a big issue.
Because
Because he wants to stay here. Her 2 kids want to stay here. But she wants to go back, and I'm like, I think you're staying.
Like, no war. Like, why would she?
Well, she's hoping that a year from now it will be over. I have my doubts that it will be over, but then I don't know also how this whole thing works because the USA just gave her a visa for 2 years. Are they going to extend it since the war's still there, or are they saying you guys are SOL and then you have to go back? Like, see, I don't know how this whole thing works.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, because like a lot of people there, they got the visa. They got it because they were in those like dangerous areas like Bakhmut and stuff. Yep. And if you say go back, where are they going back? Where are they going back to?
They don't have anywhere to go back to.
There's nothing there. It's just it's emptiness. War sucks.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's a political issue at all to say war sucks, right?
No. Not even a little bit.
But yeah, so she's my house cleaner. She's great. If you guys can afford one, do it.
We know a German lady, you see. And
oh, well, there we go. Can Dad speak to her in German?
Yes. And so I'm like, let's get her. But my friend won't give me her name because she's afraid that she'll only want to come here and not. Because my friend has lost 3 housekeepers this way, where she's recommended them to a friend because she lives kind of out of the way. And then she ditches the original. Yeah. And I'm like,
it sounds like your friend has some deeper issues that they're just ditching her the whole time.
And then she said, "Oh no, they're going to speak German together. She's definitely going to cancel me." I was like, "Dang it!"
I'm like they have room for more than one client, right? Like it's not like that's how it works.
Yeah. Has a bad history. I'm going to get her name. Don't worry.
There you go.
Me something. So I'm going to get this housekeeper.
Next time I talk to you guys better have a house cleaner. It's a big deal.
Once a week. Yeah. Because we'll pay for it with the YouTube, you see.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Here we go. All the YouTube money you guys are raking in. So, yeah.
No, we will be.
From the new Keto channel.
The Keto.
Oh, there we go. See? It's good. Yeah. When I moved here, I got a house cleaner. Last month, I got a landscaper. So I don't have to do that part anymore either. So it's like my schedule is just freeing up.
And that's allowing you, but this is the great message here. That's allowing you more time to do what you're doing. And now your business is doing better. So you're making money.
Yeah, I actually had a whole vlog about this where I calculated about what it's going to cost me to what it is. So, like, the landscaping is costing me $40 a cut. Mm-hmm. If I was cutting my own lawn, that would take me 2 hours to do.
Yep.
Like, are you saying I can't list $40 in 2 hours?
Exactly.
That's one listing, right? Like, imagine how much more money I can make by listing during that time that I would have done to do landscaping, right? So that's how our mindset needs to work if you guys want to advance in the world. Yeah.
And then you also don't get burned out on reselling because you're spread too thin. So you can like do it in a healthy way and actually make a lot more money. That's how we started making a ton more money when we actually started outsourcing things. We got an employee and now we're like not burned out. We can go live list from 7 till 10 at night and we're fine. And we list for 3 hours live, but that's not all the listing we do. We also list during the day and it's great.
Yeah. Especially like in this heat, like you would say, it takes me 2 hours to cut, but then it takes me like an hour to recover after the cut. So like
that's exactly
losing
right.
like 3 hours when I can just pay somebody $40 to do it. I talked to TJ about this a couple weeks ago in the podcast. Do you guys ever see the peer pressure of like landscaping on your street? Like when one person cuts, everybody else wants to cut too.
I will tell you a story about this, but finish your story first and then come back to me.
No, that was just a question. I was saying, did you guys notice this?
Well, I have won the game, you see. That's why I wanted to tell you.
Oh, you have won the landscaping peer pressure game. Okay.
I spent $200 at Amazon.com and I got fake flowers and I stabbed them into the ground. And I swear to God, I did.
She really did.
And
they look
Amazing. Because we face south, so the heat, we have no trees, and the sun just blazes. It kills every flower, cactus, kills everything. Stuck them right into the ground. And people are like, how do you get these flowers to stay alive? I'm like, girl, I don't know.
they're hiring all these professionals trying to make it work, and you're like, nope.
So
how do you do that?
we won.
Yeah. There we go.
People comment. Everybody comments. Even the construction guy was like, wow, these flowers.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, it's a family secret. I can't share. We have some crazy good tubing under the ground. We have really good. Really good. Yes. So like on my street here, it seems like Thursday was a day where everybody cuts their grass. Like it was like, because you don't want to be the only person on your street that doesn't have the grass cut, right? Because you look terrible. So my landscaper called me this week and said, hey, we can't make it Thursday. Can we come Wednesday instead? And I was like, yeah, sure. Come Wednesday, and you'll cut it. Didn't think anything of it. So they come Wednesday in the morning. They cut. My neighbor across the street looks and is like, what the heck? Your lawn's cut on a Wednesday. So he goes, gets his tractor, cuts his lawn on a Wednesday too, because he didn't want to do it. And then my next door neighbor comes home and is like, what is going on? They're both cut. So he gets his lawnmower and he cuts his on a Wednesday too. And I'm like, I'm a terrible human being. I just ruined both these guys' schedules. They have no clue what's going on now.
Trendsetter, you changed the curve. I love it.
Yeah.
Now everybody's on Wednesdays.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? Well, to be honest, the grass that we have here can be cut like every 5 days. It grows like crazy right now. So it's,
really?
Yeah. We have the typical Florida 10-minute monsoons every day, where it rains like nonstop, and then the sun goes and it seems like nothing happened. But
crazy.
I don't know.
I love it. Florida, though.
I don't think Texas is like that, right? You guys are probably like
we've had rain
way more dry spells, right?
Yeah, like this week has been nuts though. Like we've had some really bad storms, and the severe storms they've flashed. They're like real fast, really bad, and then it's gone.
Yep.
But they down trees, no Great. Power. Yeah. But the storm is
only. It's like that bad. It's not just bad. Like rain. It's like wind bad, lightning strike bad.
Softball size hail. It's bad. It's called.
You guys get hail too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bad. Really, really bad.
Like not in the city right here, not so much, luckily, but on like Plano and Frisco and the suburbs and further out, they'll get like softball hail.
Sheesh.
I mean, it can.
That's always like a big fear of mine is to drive in that. I would have no clue what to do.
That thing at Red Rocks is crazy.
There was like a concert at Red Rocks just the other night, and there was a hailstorm. And like
in Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see this.
But there's no cover there, and they were like, "Take cover." Where?
Where? Like,
there's nowhere.
Look this up.
Yeah, people getting pelted with golf ball size hail. It was like nuts.
Tons of people went to the hospital.
I type in Red Rocks, and the first thing it shows me is hailstorm. So it seems like everybody else is looking at
it. Just happened. It's insane.
That's crazy.
And people got really injured.
Yeah.
Because like concussion protocol and all of that, because you're getting hit by golf balls. Hey.
Did you guys ever like Google yourself and see what the first result is for yours?
Have, yeah.
Did you see my result? I think I shared it last week.
No.
So my first result was wife. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. That's so funny.
When people search for me, they search for that apparently.
Because they want to be your wife.
That's what it seems like. Like some people say, like people just knows him. Like, no, I think they just want to know if I'm available.
Should we do a dating YouTube?
No, I'm very happy not having a wife.
Perfect. I was the same way. I appreciate you. I didn't want
Seems like you're pretty happy right now too.
Yeah, but
holy moly.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That looks like it's like middle of like December somewhere, like in Iceland.
Yeah, look at that.
Not the summer in Denver. Holy
water's
moly!
Like rushing down the steps.
Yeah, well, where do you even like go? Do you hide under the bleachers or something? Like I don't know what you even do.
You can't get underneath the bleachers. Like
people are just like doing this.
It's the side of a mountain. Like if you've never been to Red Rocks, like you don't. It's tough to explain. Like there is no shelter. Like it is
none. And then so last weekend we came from DC on a flight. And there was a microburst over Dallas.
Yeah.
A what?
A microburst, one of these storms that I'm telling you.
Okay.
everything. Well, our plane got diverted to Tulsa. And we sat on the runway at Tulsa for 3 hours because every other plane coming to Texas.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And then it was like a big hoop. Like it was horrible. So this thing happens in Dallas for 10 minutes, but then flights all over the country.
Yeah.
Like everything is a domino effect, and everyone was just totally stuck. We didn't get home till 3 a.m. The flight before that, going to DC, 2 weeks before that, someone died on my flight. Died. And I'm like freaking out because that's never happened to me before. I have known a couple of people. Actually, my great grandmother died on a flight, but I wasn't there, so I didn't know.
Sheesh.
They're like, "Is there a doctor on board?" And so this guy gets up. He goes up to, it's like maybe like, I don't know, 10 rows in front of me. And he's like doing things and arms are going. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And then the doctor goes back and sits in his seat. And I'm like, And then the flight attendant has this bag. And she's like, unzips it. It says American Airlines on it. Unzips it. It's a body bag. But there's like in the bag. Puts it on. They're all like, the plane was silent. I swear to God, not even a baby crying. We were all like, and then we get there and we're like, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to land. If you could just stay in your seats while we deal with the medical emergency, please do not deplane. And we're like, what? So all these paramedics come on the plane. Everyone's silent. Again, I've never heard a plane this silent. Come onto the plane. It's midnight.
Was this lady by herself? Did she have family there? Or?
I think it was a man, and there was family there. They load the man onto the stretcher, and then with the zip, we're all just sitting there like,
holy moly!
I have never in my life.
I was not there. She was dealing with this by herself.
I'm texting him.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me!
I don't know whether they were old or young. I couldn't see the person, only the form as it exited. So we were on the plane for almost an hour and a half, close to 2 hours, waiting for that to happen. But we flew with a dead body the whole time. The doctor must have been like this.
How long into the flight did they die?
Like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Wow. And doctor's like, okay, we can't save him. We can't like turn a plane around or anything. And he's like, nope, he's just dead.
That's what happened. I think he was like, oh, I'm dead. No.
They didn't get a second opinion.
I have no idea, but the doctor came back. He even got a little drink from the drink cart. I was like, oh!
Well, I mean, you're going to
what?
Well, I didn't know that the person, I don't think anyone knew that the person was actually dead. I thought it might have, when I first saw the little, purse thing, bag, yeah. I thought it was like a blanket or a foil, they give it at a tragedy, a little foil blanket or whatever. I don't know what I thought it was. I did not think it was a branded body bag.
Oh my goodness.
Who knew? American Airlines branded.
You think they have some resale value?
Wait. I don't know if the actual bag was branded. It was the bag the bag was in.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I didn't see that part, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
I'm not.
I got the logo nice and shiny.
I know. I'm not laughing at the fact that this poor person passed away on the plane.
No, of course not.
But the situation was just so awkward, and I'm like, they trained for this. They must just. Because the flight attendants, my dad has always told me since I was a kid, I'm not afraid to fly because I fly all the time. But he's like, just watch the flight attendants. If they're fine, you're fine. And so I do. And they were fine. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I really hope Dan and Demands listen to this episode because he's terrified of flying. And that's one of his biggest fears, is somebody dying on his plane. So, yeah. Like he flew like twice in his life. And he was afraid of a little turbulence once. Like that scared him. Like he didn't want to fly after that. And the second time he flew, a lady passed out like on a plane, and he thought she died, but she didn't. After that, he doesn't want to fly anymore. So I guess now, hearing your story, he's probably never flying anymore. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't that bad though. I mean, they took care of the situation.
Right.
I just felt bad for the family. And
yeah, I can't imagine just like they didn't like move him from the seat or so somebody's just next to a dead body the whole time.
That's what happened. And maybe I'm exaggerating 30 minutes, but it was pretty early. It was
but you're saying that, the bag was placed over in the seat.
Yeah.
So you're sitting next to a bag. So I guess that's better.
There has to be on a TikTok somewhere. Somebody had to do a TikTok of like, yo, check out me in this body bag.
What is the protocol?
Where was this flight from?
It was from Dallas to DC.
Dang, that's a decent sized flight. It's like what, like
3 hours.
three hours. Yeah. So somebody's next to his back for 2+ hours.
I don't know when the time was. It felt like that. Okay, wait, okay, hold on. I'm looking this up. I gotta know because
there's a news story about it.
No.
You don't think that's newsworthy?
Probably not.
The deceased person's body is placed in a body bag, zipped up to the neck, and the crew should restrain them with a seatbelt or other equipment. See?
There you go.
That's protocol. Is just to buckle him in.
Yes.
That's the protocol.
I mean, all seatbelts must be fastened.
Must be fastened at all times when you're in your seat, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Move the person to a seat, if available, one with few other passengers nearby. If the aircraft is full, put the person's back into his or her own seat at the crew's discretion into another area not obstructing an aisle or exit. What?
So I looked at American Airlines death.
Yeah.
And I got way scarier. I got way scarier than what you had. There's an American Airlines ground crew died after being ingested into the engine of a plane in an airport.
No.
This happened like a couple months ago too.
Yikes.
That's a bad way to go out.
Okay, so somebody on Google said, do planes carry body bags? Typically, the body is covered with a blanket so passengers aren't staring at a corpse all flight. Although some airlines do carry body bags on board. Other times, the body has been moved up to first or business class since those seats offer more room. Oh, and okay, we need to change this up. Anyway,
there has to be like airline people just put like a spot somewhere. Just have like a corner. Just like, hey, this is a dead body corner. Just use it when it has to be used.
You have to like drag it there. It's very obtrusive.
Yeah, that's awkward.
I don't know. I feel bad.
No offense, but if I was sitting on that row, I would have won my money back. I'd be like,
you sure you get like
I flew this whole flight next to a dead guy. I gotta get a couple points or something. I gotta get a refund.
Body bag thing. There's actually some vouchers that you hand out.
Yeah, dead body voucher.
Everybody in the adjacent seats.
Yes. If you're in the viewing distance, if you can see that from where you're sitting, you get a voucher.
I know, and I was supposed to have someone pick me up at the airport. And like, I'm stuck on the plane. Someone died. And they're like, who? I'm like, I don't know. Well, why don't you let you off? I'm like, I don't know. They should have let us off.
Should have.
Right?
I mean, he was obviously not going to
like he wasn't going anywhere.
He wasn't going anywhere.
He wasn't in a hurry.
This is taking a turn. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry. I just had to explain what happened.
To be honest, when I decided to do this interview with you guys, I had no clue it was going to go to a dead guy on the plane. I had no clue the conversation was going to go that way.
Watch this live. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's the craziest thing that happened to you on a plane, right? There's nothing that beats that, right? You're thinking?
I do. When I went backpacking through Italy after my senior year of high school, and I was with my uncle, and the plane was about to hit the runway, like almost, when you're like waiting for the wheels to whatever.
Yeah.
And it went boom, and like skyrocketed back. There was another plane on the runway.
Touch and go.
I don't know. It was the scariest I've ever had. And I was like back in my seat, like it flew us all back, like you were on a roller coaster. And then the pilot had to come out. He was speaking Italian, it was Italia or whatever. And I was like, man, what's happening? It was so scary. I thought we didn't have landing gear or something. And then they finally came on in English and said that there was a plane on the runway.
Yikes.
Sheesh.
That was very scary.
That sounds scary too, yeah.
I was like 18, but I still remember that. And so every time a plane, it comes through my head now when my plane's about to land. I'm like, okay.
The worst thing that happened to me was just some guy threw up and we had to go back and take care of it.
Oh, did you want to hear another story about throw up? Because I have one of those too.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Share your story, please.
So when we were going to 311 Day of 2012, when we met you, was when I first met Dan. We were.
Oh, that's where you guys. He threw up on your plane? No,
he didn't throw up. On the way, the people came back from Iraq or Afghanistan. I don't know, and I don't mean any disrespect, but the flight was delayed, and so they got hammered in the airport. And then they were going to Vegas on our flight. And they got on the flight and they were coming down the aisle, and the captain was like, our, war heroes or veterans. I don't know what was happening at the time. I don't even know what year it was. It was 2012, 2010. I don't know. And they were like, please, everybody clap for our veterans. And they came on in their fatigues and everything, start projectile vomiting at the passengers. My friend and I were like, ah! It was horrible. And we were all in the middle of class.
I'm like, yes.
Thank you.
There's our war heroes.
Then we all had to get off the plane, walk through the puke, get off the plane while they cleaned the plane, and then we all had to get back on the pukey plane in our pukey clothes. And I got to Vegas.
There you go.
I could tell you planes. I fly a lot though, so maybe.
Holy moly! Yeah, mine was just like we took off, and the guy threw up as soon as we took off. So they did the whole thing. Is there a doctor or a nurse on board? They went back and they were like, "Yep, we gotta turn around. This guy is sick." So like we were legit in the air for like 10 minutes. We had to turn around. The people had to come get him. So apparently he was sick for the whole weekend. He thought he could tough it out.
Oh
and
my God!
I'm like, you jerk. Yeah.
It wasn't just like motion sickness.
Yeah, no, he was just like sick. He had like the flu or whatever. I don't know. So the crazy part is we were in the air for 10 minutes. We flew back, and the guy's like, "All right, we have to go and refuel again. So we gotta do that." I'm like, "We were in the air for 10 minutes. What are you refueling for?"
Like they time it down to that, don't they?
Yeah, apparently it's like that happened this year. It was from PA to Fort Myers. So the plane left at 6 a.m. originally, and moved the whole delay. We left at 10. So the whole thing took 4 hours.
Wow.
With us turning around, with the people coming to get him. Then we had to go back and do the whole inspection. Then we had to go wait to get fueled up, and then we finally took off. Yeah.
For one guy, one inconsiderate human. Ugh.
Yeah, this was Frontier, so it wasn't the most comfortable 4-hour delay.
At least you took off.
You're in that plastic chair that doesn't recline.
Yeah, it's a Frontier for a guy at 6'6" is not the most comfortable ship in the world. I could just tell you that.
We've gotten stranded from Frontier a couple times now, so we just don't do it anymore.
Oh, really? How does that work? What do you mean, like
in Chicago Midway? So here's what had happened. This was recently, this year.
Was that Frontier?
Yes, that was when we got stranded in Midway, and we said we're never going to fly them again.
Yeah.
So we got stranded in Midway, but we had to take a cab to O'Hare because that was the only they wouldn't give us or whatever. Yeah. But it was a $150 cab. It was a Uber, but it was so far we didn't know that it was like an hour between airports. It's like a really, really long drive, even in the middle of the night. And they were like, "Yeah," but I had to get home because I didn't have enough medicine. This was the thing. They were offering us a flight that was the next day at nighttime. And I didn't have enough seizure medicine. And we were like, no, we need to get home. And like, okay, well, you can take this flight from O'Hare at 6 a.m. And we were at Midway or vice versa. And we're like.
So Shannon means like they overbooked or what happened?
No, it kept getting delayed, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst day.
And it kept getting delayed, and then canceled. They just eventually.
And you just in the airport the whole time? Just wait. Oh.
Airport. And we're like, they knew it was going to get canceled. Why didn't they cancel it hours ago when we could have rescheduled? And they said it was because of weather in Dallas. And they said that right as a Southwest flight to Dallas took off. We were like, really?
Southwest are rebels, man. They don't care. The weather never bothered them anyway, man.
I was so mad.
We're going to get you home, all right?
Southwest crazy, though. They've been having some crazy stories, too. So I don't know. I'm just like, you just never know. If you go to the airport, bring extra medicine for like a week. That's what I started doing. You just don't know.
So if you do like a tier list of airlines, Frontier's at the very bottom, I guess, for you guys?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Worse than Spirit? Same level of Spirit?
Spirit's actually great.
Spirit's good.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
We got no issues with Spirit.
They used to be really bad, but they're like number 2 under Delta right now for, on-time flights and all that.
Really?
Yeah, and they got like the newest fleet in the business too, which is nice.
And they fly straight into Myrtle Beach. And I'm like, yes. Okay.
Oh, that's why they're great, because they fly to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that's a
random reason to like them, but I guess, yeah.
No, it's one of the only airlines that flies straight into Myrtle Beach.
I didn't know that Myrtle Beach even had an airport, so I guess that's interesting, yeah.
An international airport.
International. Where'd they go? Bahamas?
It is.
I can't imagine much people from like London having in Myrtle Beach as their destination.
Right. So. But I'm really glad that I don't have to fly to Florence, South Carolina or Columbia and rent a car and drive to Myrtle Beach anymore. So it's great.
There we go. And Spirit's usually pretty cheap too. So it's not like,
yeah. And we got these suitcases that fit. The wheels come off and they fit exactly underneath the seats.
Oh, okay. So you guys are like professional budget flyers. There you go.
Oh, for sure.
You should go in if you
it.
Here. It's wheelie, so you don't have to carry it. So great.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's called. Okay, wait. We were gonna like sponsor. Can you sponsor our YouTube video?
It's called Take Off Luggage.
Take Off. It's really good. It's on Amazon. And they're always like,
go like message their people and then
I
see
know.
if they,
I was supposed to.
think they want to sponsor you guys or not.
And it's so cool. And they're always like, your bag's over. And we're like, no, it's not. And we put it in the thing. And it works for Frontier as well.
And the gate agents are always like, that's nice. Where'd you get that?
So did they always like fit in a little like slot, right?
Yeah. They always like, that's not gonna fit. You got to put it in the thing.
It fits every time. It's so good.
Here,
See?
It does that. Yeah.
Slow motion in the slot.
Nice. Take off luggage, guys. There you go.
And you just put the wheels in your pocket and you're good to go.
Yep.
And it's $100, but you pay that in baggage fees like so easy.
Yeah. Especially like on Frontier or Spirit, they charge you like crazy for a carry-on. So it's.
So we're like, it's basically a free bag. And now we feel a little bit more open to take Spirit and things like that because we don't have to worry about luggage.
Yeah, well, that's why I do Frontiers because I usually just fly home to see my parents or vice versa, and it's like a $30 flight. So I'm like, okay, might as well.
$30.
Yeah, like for one way, yeah.
That's super cheap.
Wow.
Yeah, Fort Myers to Philly is one of a really popular route or something. I don't know, but it's very, very cheap.
Oh yeah,
but they just built an airport next to me, but it only has Allegiant on there so far. I never even heard of that company, but yeah, it's like another budget one like Frontier and Spirit, but they don't fly to Philly yet. But if they do, this airport's like 10 minutes away, so that'll be great.
Yes.
Fort Myers is like 40, but
where in Florida do you live in again? Don't tell us your address.
My address is I live in Sarasota County.
Oh, Sarasota.
If that sees anything to you, I live right in between like Tampa and Fort Myers. In that little.
So Dan's mom lives in Fort Myers and my brother lives in Tampa. We know exactly.
Oh, you guys got to come over and visit. Oh, you guys are right there.
Yeah, my mom's in Coral Gables now.
Yeah,
close enough.
She was in Fort Myers for a long time.
Yep.
I travel to Fort Myers like every other weekend for yard sales. Really low key, really good yard sale city.
Of course, that's a really wealthy part of town.
Yeah, and not more in the summer because it's hot now. But like in the spring, they would have like community yard sales. There would be like 100 houses large.
What?
Yeah, like I went to 3 different community yard sales in Fort Myers. There were over 100 houses in one community.
Wow.
That's all you need. Like there's no way you could hit all 100 in a day. So like you just plan on doing that. And it was like good stuff, and it was like good stuff at like 1 p.m. because not many people, resellers were there. So like I was finding like amazing stuff at 12 p.m. at 1 p.m. And like it was so good that I was debating about making a video about it because I don't want to invite competition over.
Oh, we've had that before too. We're like,
yeah, I had it once. So this next team is called Punta Gorda. There was a big community sale there, and I was like, and I did so good the 1 week. I'm like, should I? And they did another year, so the following week. And I'm like, should I wait a week and post this video about how good this yard sale was or not? And I was like, no, I'll just post it. The next time I go there, 10 people, oh, I've seen your video. And it's so great. That's why I'm here. And they're leaving with like all this stuff before I get to a yard sale. I'm like, I should have waited.
yeah. Oh, it needs to be a week ahead.
And they were like, we never knew this was even here. I'm like, oh, great. I was like, I'm like, next time I'm going to wait. So like in Fort Myers, I waited until like it was almost summer and I started posting all those videos. And I was like, oh, Fort Myers is so good. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, those people don't want to go out in the heat though. You're right. That's
wow. Yeah. And Fort Myers is kind of like a hike for me. It's like almost an hour drive. So not many people want to drive an hour just to get to a yard sale, you know?
Yeah.
But if I'm driving an hour and it's going to be 100 houses in one community, it's definitely worth that hour.
We did that once, twice. We drove like pretty far out to Arlington or something like that, and the house, it was terrible. There was like,
oh really? Yeah, that's the worst.
Trash out, you know what I mean? Like not their trash, but like stained things or like broken things. And we're like, I don't know.
I've had it 3 weeks ago where it was advertised as a huge community sale, and it was 55 minutes north. Close to Tampa. It was a city called Brandon. It's like in the suburbs of Tampa.
Yeah, that's Tampa. In Brandon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and 2 houses participated.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yep. That's what happened to us. And you're driving around.
And I'm like, I drove 55 minutes. And you have to leave mad early to get there on time. Yeah. And I'm like, I had to leave at 6 a.m. Drive an hour for 2 freaking houses. Are you kidding me?
Yikes. Well,
I want to flip some tables and stuff and do whatever.
Are you keeping record? That's what I always fail to do. Like, so next
Yeah.
time you go to the good ones.
I'm so close to like because I went again to the same city last weekend, and it was better. It was actually a different community. It was more people participating, but it was just like they just had just a table out. So it wasn't like a yard sale. They just had like one table with like 10 items, and this was the whole community just had that. And I'm like, again, I drove all this way
Yeah.
for this. So like Brandon's like on my like crap list pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm not going there again. Screw you, Brandon.
Yeah.
No offense if anyone lives there, because that's actually like Raleigh Roots Town. That's where they live. They live in that area. So
I didn't
figured,
know that.
yeah, they live like an hour away from me. Yeah.
I knew they were in Florida. I just didn't know they were in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they. Yeah, I did know they were in Florida.
Last weekend I went to a yard sale that was hosted by one of their neighbors. It wasn't like where they lived, but she was helping somebody else. But she was like, "Hey, if you know Raleigh Roots, they're my neighbors." Because
you were filming, maybe.
well, they knew who I was too.
Okay.
Yeah. Come, like everybody knows who I am. Come on, Amy. What is this?
Famous.
Do you not know who you're talking to right now?
Famous. Everybody.
That yard sale was fun because the lady knew who I was, and she's like, "I know you like electronics." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I have like 10 DVD VCR combos inside that are tested and working, but I just don't want to list them." And I'm like, "Okay, sell them to me." So she sold them all to me. They all pretty much sold it in a week. And I was like, I don't have to test them or anything. This is great.
You stopped selling that stuff. I'm so proud of you for keeping on with that. It just wouldn't.
Oh,
you were selling them, but the return rate was so incredible.
yeah. Well, let's knock on some wood that you just don't get. But I sold 3 in one day this week. I sold one for 180. Another one sold for 175. Another one sold for 70. That's why I keep selling them. Just like.
Do you get returns on them a lot?
So far in Florida, I had returns on 2 of them, but the one guy never sent his.
Yeah.
So I had to just cancel that one. The other one, the guy sent, and I tested it, and it worked. So I gave him half the refund, and that's kind of when eBay got mad at me for the half refund thing.
Oh, that's why.
That was like the last refund I was allowed to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still in the corner with eBay until July 18th. Then I can start giving out refunds again.
That's so. They make up these rules as I go. I swear they do. It feels like
April 18th to July 18th. I'm not allowed to give any partial refunds. So
you're
like,
timeout.
I'm in timeout for 3 months for abusing a policy that I know there was even a rule to abuse.
I didn't know I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Probably.
So I posted on my Instagram story a couple days ago. This lady who doesn't know how to measure inseam. I don't know if you saw the picture. She measured it from like inside the leg. I don't even know how. Like she got. I gotta show you guys the picture.
I saw it. Dan probably did so.
It's ridiculous. And she's like, the inseam is wrong. I'm like, you measured it from like the thigh. It wasn't from the crotch at all. And she's like, I know how to measure inseam. This is how you measure it. I'm like, I don't know. We just put the ruler in a random part of the leg.
It's actually not how you do that. But
okay. So when I get those pants back, I'm gonna have to just give her all the money back because I can't even do any partial with her. So she got one over.
Oh, so you would give a partial if it's an in ad? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do that quite a bit.
Well, not anymore.
Well, I guess not. do you guys not give a partial if it's an in ad? Would you just call and do?
Yeah.
And
I didn't know you could. I thought you could only give a partial if it got returned to you in worse condition or something. Maybe I'm misinformed though. I don't know.
That was part of it too. So then I would describe as like the thing like, hey, this buyer said it was described wrong. So I wouldn't just like, so like let's say those pants were $30. I wouldn't do like half the thing. I would just give them like $6 less, so the shipping is covered.
Sure.
So it's like it's a $200 piece, and I keep $100 for myself because they didn't the iron wrong. You know what I mean? But I guess they didn't like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, the clothing aspect of eBay. So it's electronics. I mean, there's all frustrating in every category, I guess.
Yeah, almost anywhere you sell is going to be frustration, I guess. It's just how much you want to deal with it, and I guess how much of your time do you want that to take over your life? You know what I mean? Like I have so much more positive experiences with eBay than negatives, but for some reason I always want to focus on the negatives, you know, and then just like stresses you out so much more. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is pretty fun. We've got some crazy. I don't know. We've gotten some crazy comments. Like the lady emailed us yesterday. I mean, messaged us on eBay yesterday after she bought these shoes for $100 and says, "Does the open toe part of the shoe make your big toe hurt?"
Well, does it?
Her toe, my toe, Dan's toe. Dan, put your foot in there. I don't know. Like, what do you?
It's a very good question. She doesn't want her big toe to hurt.
I mean, okay, it's a weird question anyway, but you bought them. Like, what? And then
she already like did she already like receive them and then asked the question?
No. She bought them but didn't pay for them. She just like random bought them.
On eBay, you can buy stuff and not pay for it.
Yeah, that thing we love.
Oh, that thing that they were gonna fix like 3 years ago. That thing. Okay.
Yeah, that one. That one. The only platform on the planet where you can actually buy something without paying for it.
They're still working on that, right?
Next week. They're rolling it out.
Yeah, they're always like, hey, next year we're gonna roll something out. This is gonna be a game changer.
I would be fine with it if you could leave negative feedback for a buyer for it. That'd be fine. Because this lady,
that would be great.
She put these shoes on layaway, then asked me questions about them after she purchased them because they're not for sale. They're $100 shoes. Well, they're $150 shoes. And I sent out a really good offer, and now no one else can buy them because they're in purgatory because she wants to know if it makes her big toe hurt. I would love to give her negative feedback for that. Like,
did you tell her that it makes her big toe hurt?
I did not respond, and we're just going to cancel it because I think it's time up now.
I had a funny story last week where somebody bought a shirt, I shipped it, and they were like, "I accidentally bought the shirt by accident. Can you cancel?" And I'm like, "It's already shipped." Well, the reason what happens here is like, my mail gets picked up from my house, so it doesn't get scanned until like a day later because of just like how it goes. So I guess on his end, they didn't say it was shipped, but I'm like, the label's already printed. It's on its way. I can't cancel. So then he responded with, "I'm a big fan of your channel. I love your videos. Can you please cancel?" And I'm like, I can't cancel.
I try. I can't. They're not here.
Because it's already on the way, right? So then I get the comments now from this from some random account on YouTube. "Do you not cancel orders on eBay?" Like all my YouTube videos.
Oh no! You're like, I do if I can.
I told them like it was like a $40 shirt. I'm like, you can just send it back. Like it's gonna sell again. It was like some like vintage T-shirt. I'm like, it's gonna sell again. You can send it back. Then I didn't hear anything back from him. So I don't know. Maybe he liked it or whatever. But first he tried to pull the. He messaged me. I was riding my bike, and I left the bike and the shirt was bought. And I was like, what?
Phone on his bike.
I was like, okay, interesting. So like, I didn't respond, right? Yeah. I was like, I already said like it's already sent. What happened, right? And then he messaged me. "Oh, I'm selling something similar to yours, and I thought that I was sending the offer instead of you."
That has happened to me before.
Which probably did happen. So he actually was telling the truth. I'm like, the message I'm saying because already in like I can't go to the post office and find your package and cancel. And then he hit me with the "I'm a watcher."
Oh my god!
Thinking I was gonna cancel that. It was like,
eBay needs to fix that though because it comes through. It happened to me once, and it looks exactly like.
Yes, I understand the problem there.
Yeah, I wish
because it happened to me a couple times too. And I'm like, oh, that's a great offer. Like, wait a minute.
Nice, $40.
Yeah, like it's exactly like with 10% off. Yeah, easy acceptance. And then like, wait a minute, that's them sending it to me.
Exactly. And
like, I don't want
to do that because the ones that happened to me, I haven't liked that or watched the item or whatever. I don't know how it knows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine is usually something that I sell similar off. That's usually what happens.
Oh, that's probably what happened. I sell similar, but I didn't actually go and watch it. I just
I guess that they think that you want it.
But like if I'm selling on eBay, if I'm selling similar, I obviously am selling it. Like I don't want to buy another one.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, right now my whole eBay homepage is of Christmas houses. eBay thinks I want Christmas houses because I'm just looking them up the whole time. So like that's all I get is just like Christmas houses the whole time. So
they can't understand that you're using it. It's search.
Yeah. The one time we did buy a bunch of Department 56, it did great. I'm really excited for you.
Yeah. You only bought Department 56 once?
Huh? Yeah, we got a bunch of them at a Goodwill, a whole cart full of a new cart. I was like, it was 2 carts. I was like, get all of them, and we got all of them, and they sold like crazy.
Oh yeah,
all year.
People collect that stuff like crazy. Yeah. Back in PA when I had my warehouse, a lady came there and bought like 12 different houses for herself, and then she showed me what she does. she recreates cities where she lives, and she makes the snow city of that city, like exact replica.
And they have all Department 56 has all the buildings, or just similar.
Yes.
Buildings?
So like, the city she lived was Brookhaven, right?
Yeah.
So McDonald's makes Christmas houses. Chick-fil-A makes Christmas houses. She would go buy all of those as well. And to the T, she would have the parking lot, the cars, the light posts, the trees, the fence lines. It would be like exact replica of the city that she lives in.
Wow. See, I make things like this too. This is why I'm like so interested.
Yeah.
But I make
and it's legit. It's like a room in her house. It's not like just like a table. It's like a legit room in her house. Yeah.
This is like the lady version of those old guys that do the trains in their house.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated by that.
I wonder like how much money is spent on that. And she was so excited that I had like this like church building to look like the church. Like, I was looking for this church building for like 10 years. I finally found it. And I'm like, yes, there you go.
So she can't be the only one that does this though.
Yeah.
That's where the market is.
Probably.
Because I never thought of it like that.
But like in her like house the whole year. It's not like something she sets up for Christmas and she puts away. It's there the whole time.
Got it on display, baby.
Yeah, she's like, everybody comes in and gets to look at it.
She might do a house tour too, and people come through her house.
She said it's the third city she did. She already done 2 cities. This is the third one now. So
she moves?
Apparently, yeah.
Put it in a museum.
Yeah. Just imagine how much like value was spent though. That's like because these houses ain't cheap.
No, and especially in the resale market, sometimes you can get.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Like the one from Vacation, that one's crazy. The Chevy. What do you call that movie?
Yeah, Chevy Chase, National Lampoons. Yeah.
That one's crazy expensive on the resale market. I know they're. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, we did the Home Alone Lego set of the Home Alone mansion last Christmas. It's amazing if you're into Legos.
You built that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
How long did that take?
A long time because I only worked on it like an hour or 2 every week or so.
But the best part though is it's so cool. Yeah. Like all of the little details from the movie are in that Lego set. Even the little zip line with the bike handle is.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then the little van.
Like the whole house, it's 3 stories.
The Web Bandits van is there and all that too.
You want to see it because I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah. So cool. You're gonna
I really hope she doesn't like break, like fall and just falls apart in her hands right now.
Don't yeah, right. No, it's like I said, like all the it's 3 stories and the roof comes off and it all opens up and you can see all the rooms. It's pretty sweet.
Did she help you at all with that, Dan, or was that just you by yourself building? She didn't really pull her weight as much as she did at the garage, right?
Okay, this is first. This is the coolest part. And then I'll come with the big dog.
So yeah, you got the
Oh, you have to build that yourself too? It's not just like a van. You have to build a van. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, but it's got stickers, so it's got the
the OK plumbing. Yeah. It's the Web Bandits right there.
Exactly. What bandits, babe? What bandits?
Everyone leaves their mark. All the great ones leave their mark.
Oh jeez. Oh god.
Did she break it?
No. Look,
what? That thing is huge.
It's our only Christmas decoration. And then look, it opens too.
So there's,
What in the world?
Oh, good Lord.
No, I'll hold it.
Okay?
No, you're going to love this. It's so cool. Okay, look at the attic first. The attic bedroom. I'll hold it. Okay, so this is like the attic bedroom.
Yeah, that's where they sent him to sleep, right?
Oh, yeah. That's where he gets left, but the whole house opens. Lego is so cool these days. Okay, we're taking off the roof, but you saw into the attic.
Right. So you got
wow.
In the front of it?
Yeah, the whole front of it opens.
Okay, so this is like Buzz's room and the hallway. Isn't this so
cool?
Right. But then there's like the coolest details. We'll show you the inside, but I want to show you the back. Like all the little tricks he does. What do you call them? Booby traps.
Yeah.
They're all in there.
So this
really?
Second floor comes off and separates.
Also, they all come out like okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, how did you build it? Like, I think all comes apart and it makes sense. Yeah.
You've got the main floor.
Oh my goodness!
And then look, the little record player, like rocking around.
Yeah.
It's there, and you can make her spin and everything. Like she does little. There's like a thing, and she can.
Yeah, the attention to detail on those things is insane.
Ridiculous.
And here's the tree house, and then here's the little handlebars on the bike, and here's the little thing, and it goes over to the neighbor's thing. Is in the it's another piece, but in the back it has like the ice where he slips on the stairs, and it has the red doorknob that he like burns his hand on.
Burns his hand on. Yeah.
Cool. When we were putting together the whole, because I love that movie. The whole time I was like, oh my god, they even got that. There's like a Gino's Pizza box. There's like all this.
Is the statue in front? The guy keeps knocking over the whole time.
Yeah, it's here with the wreath. That guy.
Yep. Dang, that is super cool.
Yeah, I was just like, I've never really done a big Lego like that because we were poor growing up, so you know how that costs money. And I was so super stoked to see all of the. I just want to design these now. Now I'm like, you know,
there's like contests for it.
I'm gonna do it. They have friends. They have like the coffee house.
Yeah, my friend Carissa, she lives close to you guys. She sent me a Seinfeld one of Jerry's apartment.
Oh, sweet.
Did you do it?
No, it's still in the box. It's
oh
still
my
sealed.
god! Oh, you a little bit each night. It's so like.
The thing is, like, I was thinking of just like putting it on my table and then like starting it slowly and doing it. But then I'm like, I need this table for all these other things, and then it's gonna be occupied. I'm waiting for like when all my family comes over for like a weekend. And like, yo, we're building this, and we're not leaving until this is built. Yeah. We're just gonna do it that way. But yeah, I definitely do want to build it because it's the same thing as like all those like little like Easter eggs that are from Jerry's apartment. They're all there too. So yeah.
I was super stoked about that. I'm like, can we get one every year? But I'm trying to think of what would match this for Christmas time. Yeah. It was such a good one.
Well, are you guys Friends fans or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Build the coffee shop next. No.
I mean, I'd rather it's something from like Ace Ventura or Tommy Boy. If I had to pick. I mean, or Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber too. That's we want to build the car, the Shaggy car.
Yeah, we could build I spent my life savings turning my van into a dog.
Oh, that'd be great.
We could do the Aspen house.
You want the poor blind kid petting the dead parakeet.
Harry, where is it?
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh my god! Every time we have no eBay sales, we're like, we got no food, we got no money, our pets' heads are falling off. And then sometimes one of us will say, "It'll be like, how's eBay going?" Like, pets' heads falling off. Not good.
It's not good. Not good.
Oh man!
The old lady robbed me again. It's just bad.
Yeah. We like comedy movies like that. Spaceballs. We could do the Spaceballs spaceship.
Oh, Spaceball 1. If there was a Lego set for Spaceball,
I would do that. Yeah.
Probably not that big of a market.
No, we could design it. If you showed me the movie.
Oh, there we go. See, that's a good way. What would you design in Ace Ventura? I don't even know.
Oh, his apartment for sure. I know.
Oh,
the announce of his apartment and Mr. Chickadance next door. I got. And all the little animals where they live.
That would be a fun actually set. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah.
But I could have his car out front, with the smash windshield. Yes.
There we go.
We love a Jim Carrey.
Amy's next job is designing Lego for Lego. There we go.
No,
something you haven't done yet.
You can like do it online. If yours gets picked to be built, you win like a bunch of money.
You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna tell you because it's gonna go broadcast. I'm gonna do another Jim Carrey movie that would be very, very good for this. It has
okay, let me try to guess. Another Jim Carrey movie in the 90s?
No, with the bubble.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The whole set.
The whole set.
And put the bubble on top?
Ooh,
yeah.
Yo, don't steal my idea. If somebody steals my idea from this, I'm gonna be real mad.
That idea is now trademarked Hustle Coupling.
Yeah, it's boom, trademarked right now. Boom. It's okay. It's at the end of the podcast. Nobody stays until this part. Nobody.
They were gone. They were like body
if you guys are still listening, type in Truman so we know who's gonna steal the idea at the end.
I'll just make it happen before this goes to air. I'll be good.
Yeah.
I got 2, right?
Man, that was a good movie, Truman Show, man. That was a
movie. And Eternal Sunshine too. Jim Carrey's like so underrated in our group of friends.
Well, for me, it was always like him and Sandler. They're just back and forth because they both 90s. They just put up bangers, both of them, just like back and forth.
Every single one. You love Big Daddy. and
Yeah.
Happy. I was like,
Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Billy Madison. That was all like
Madison.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey had Liar Liar, The Mask, like Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
And then even some of the ones that weren't like stereotypical, like Truman Show was so good, and Eternal Sunshine was so good. Yeah. But a lot of the people we hang out with, like our friends, they like Will Ferrell and that kind of thing. And
they're like more the new age comedy.
Yeah, and it's just not my shtick, you know. I'm so much more into that. So we
no,
we're listening,
90s comedies are just way better.
Yeah.
We should like do this as a group. You know how when we're listing like during the day or whatever, people need motivation. We should all watch a movie at the same time, and then we can comment afterward or something, right? Because if you know the movie, you don't have to really watch it. You can list at the same time.
Well, like all the ones I mentioned, I've probably seen like 50 times already too. So it's like, yeah.
But it would be fun to like revisit it, I think.
Did you guys watch the Uncut Gems with Sandler or no?
No.
It's, I think it came out 2019 or 2020. It's like a serious Adam Sandler movie, and he's like really good in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I love watching him. Yeah,
he's like a jewelry dealer in Brooklyn, and he's a gambler. He can't stop gambling, and it's pretty good storyline. So yeah.
Wow. Check
it out.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm not even gonna
Uncut Gems.
Excuse me, the body bags are still up. Let me just
let me see what Rotten Tomatoes gives us, so make sure I'm not lying to you guys. Rotten Tomatoes knows movies, right?
Right.
Uncut Gems. I remember this is the last movie I watched in theaters before the pandemic.
Wow.
So Rotten Tomatoes gives it 91.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Sounds like it's pretty good.
Yeah, we need some stuff to watch.
I watched it 3 times in the movie theater because there's stuff that you miss. And back then I had the movie pass.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Oh, I love that.
Totally.
That was. Do they still have them now? Post pandemic?
No. They stopped for a while because they were like losing a lot of money, obviously.
Yeah, I had the I forgot. I had some nationwide one first, and then that company went bankrupt. So then I got. That's the one you had, yeah.
Like 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had.
And you can go to almost any like theater and do whatever, yeah. So then I got the AMC one, which was more expensive, but it's only to AMC movie theaters.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I would just like legit, because back then I had a moving business, so I would have like free time almost every day. And I'm like, oh, I got 2 hours to kill. Let's go watch some like random movie real quick. So like 2018, 2019, I probably watched every movie that ever came out.
Wow. Wait, so you had a movie business and you worked at Anthro? We need to have
yeah, man. I live also many lives. I'm like Dan, you know? That's Yeah, so the moving business happened after Anthro. Anthro was 2016 to 2018.
Okay.
Then moving business started as soon as I was let go from Anthro, and ended 2021 when I went full-time here. But for a while, I was doing full-time moving and part-time reselling. Yeah.
So why did you start reselling? Is because did moving people give you stuff?
That was a big part of it. I was listening to podcasts while it's happening, and I listened to Gary Vee podcast, and talked about reselling, one to like to another. And
I've never listened
to that. Gary Vee, you know what that is?
No.
Gary Vaynerchuk, he's like a public speaker, motivational speaker. He's also he was born in Belarus, so me and him have like that in common. Mm-hmm. And he's very like into small business and helping small businesses. So I was listening to him because he was giving advice on how to run proper ads in 2018. Because, you know, people always had like the old mindset of classifieds, billboards, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, this is the new age. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, get your ads out there, do all that. I was listening to him, and he would have a daily podcast. And then one day he was like, I challenge all my viewers to go and make an extra 10 grand this summer by going to yard sales and flipping. Oh. So because of that, I learned about garage sales and yard sales.
That's amazing.
So it was just all because of the challenge. It was like I had no clue that this was like a money thing. And I went home, I went to YouTube, typed in garage sales, found people. And for my first like 2 months, I would legit be with like a notepad at a garage sale. And I'd be like, sealed blank media? No, okay. Car manuals?
Oh. Wait,
I had like no clue what to look for, so I just had like a list of like 20 things. I'm like, oh nope, that's not here. Video games? No, okay, nothing at this yard. So let me go to the next one. I was such a noob. It was hilarious, man.
I love hearing stories of how people got started. That is so interesting to me because everybody has a different way in.
Yeah. So I was doing so, and then after that I started storage units just because that was also just like out of nowhere. I was just like watching the show and I'm like, this would be cool. So the next day I found them and went and won 2 lockers the next day. Went from like 0 to 100.
Wow. And were you doing the moving business at the same time?
Yeah, that's why it worked out so well because I already had the labor force.
Right.
If I was buying storage units, I had the labor to clean them. I had the moving trucks to move the stuff. But after buying like 8 units, I was like, I need a warehouse. I can't bring this stuff home. So I probably bought 250 units in my career. Yeah, I bought a lot.
Gosh, that's amazing.
What was the
A
coolest
lot.
thing?
I have a dagger somewhere still. I haven't unpacked it yet from what I have a dagger from like the 1400s.
Oh, that's so cool.
What?
From Persia or whatever. Yeah, I got it at Praves and stuff and all that. Yeah, it had like it was made of bone and what's the other material used? Not clams, not shells. Pearls. It was a mother of pearl and like elephant bone, ivory was the handle, and then the blade was like steel. Yeah, and it was the guy who authenticated. I said it was from like Persia from like the 1400s.
Holy moly!
It was worth like $8,000 back then. It's still somewhere in.
You gotta
I
do
haven't-
video on this. That'd be so fun.
I haven't unpacked it yet. The video of me opening the unit is somewhere out there.
Is it?
It's one of the first videos that I made on here. Yeah, so
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I'm gonna go look for it. I'm so bad at YouTube. Like, I don't watch any YouTube.
This is like back in like I was getting back in my no views days.
We've
There,
had those. Yeah.
we were mostly
Days.
there.
Like I did like a whole scroll down memory lane one day, and I'm like, I still have so many videos that have like less than 50 views. It's
Oh,
like back in like the 2019s where nobody knew who I was. I actually know exactly what this video is. Like I could probably find it right now and show you guys.
yeah, I
It
want
was like one
dagger.
of the first ones that I
should
one of the best storage units yet. It's vlog number 11. So this was my 11th video I put out
Okay.
from September 2019.
Wow.
That's how long ago this was. This is
We started in 2020.
that's my go. I see some terrible content. That's what it's
Oh,
what this was.
we got to be. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, let me see if I can share it. I think it should be. Look at
Yes.
look at this beautiful
Turns.
camera angle.
in bead form.
These don't look hard.
Should
That's
try
right
to
here,
find the
fish.
dagger on here.
You have a kid?
He has a friend. Constantly like,
More
Oh,
fish.
right here. Okay, it's coming up.
Oh,
Okay.
that's very fancy. Look at that.
how cool is that?
What?
It's so dark and you can only see.
Sacrificial knife.
That's awesome.
Look at this beautiful camera
Yeah, this is
angles.
what
Look
I
at
imagine
that.
they used in the
Okay.
Old Testament for like killing the lambs. and
But they
whatnot.
actually did.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be some kind of legit knife. It can't be like some kind of pocket knife. Nah, it's pretty legit. Sharpen it up.
Yeah, it's so cool looking.
Let's see.
Do a little restoration job.
Like those little beads on it. That's like
What?
ivory and stuff. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, maybe like redo some of this stuff.
Or not.
Well, I know you won't, but you know.
Beautiful camera angles. The guy just crashed the whole time.
This is a good buy, folks.
You see
Has to
the
be a
shirt?
weapon.
Did you see the shirt he was wearing? That's my moving company, right there. It's called Better Call Paul. That's what my moving company was called.
Oh my God, Better Call Paul. That's
It's
amazing.
It's me with a drill is the logo. You see that?
I love it.
This is a
Yep. So there we go. That's
Oh,
vlog
Excited to
vlog
see.
number 11.
How many
Oh, that one
views?
got 248. Oh, that was one of the better ones. 248 views. Look at
I
that.
was about to be 249.
Hey.
I will watch.
All the ones from around it look like 94, 96, 90. Yeah, like, see, like I had these are all my storage unit videos. Like I had so many of them.
So that's how you started YouTube, huh?
Yeah. Like
That's so great.
I used to title them V70, V71, V72. I'm surprised nobody found these. Nobody's searching for V70 on YouTube.
Yeah, right?
love it. It's so sweet, though. Everything about it is just awesome. I think that you should re-release those in a compilation.
I was thinking about doing like a reaction to like some of my older ones and see how it goes, because it's bad.
That's funny though.
It's good to have like the journey though, you know, so people like see where you came from to where you are now. I had so many temptations of just deleting them, but I'm like, you know what, it's there. People can go watch, and sometimes I'm surprised when I get like a comment on a video from like 3 years ago. I'm like, wow, somebody's doing it. And I had some people that went from the oldest one to the youngest and then watched like all of them in a row, and I'm like, you guys are crazy.
How people do that? They're like, I went back and watched all the videos from the start, and we're like, oh god.
You're like, no. When did you guys start? Was it the same time? Or?
It was
It's like 2020.
It was in COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, you were on those COVID channels, huh?
Yeah, because I was a theater person. I didn't have work. I was like, nothing we could do. So we had been reselling part-time, and I'm like, well, guess we're going full-time. Like, there's nothing else. All the theaters are closed. All the movie sets are closed. I could not work other than like Instant Cart or something. You know, if I was an Uber driver or something. I'm also like the most sickly person ever, so I wasn't trying to go out and work. It just worked out that we started reselling because I was finding clothes when I was shopping for films and for plays, costumes. I was finding amazing stuff, and I'm like, I don't need this for the show, but this is $4.99 and it's Gucci. Like, I need.
Wait, so you went to like Goodwill to look for costumes for shows and stuff?
That's where we shop for everything. All the film stuff comes from Goodwill and all those.
Really?
Salvation Army, and I mean the level that I'm working on. Okay.
Like community theater and low budget film.
Yeah. Okay. If you're working in LA or something, you got
like Warner Brothers isn't going to the Goodwill there and shop.
Depends. If they're needing vintage stuff, then they are. Yeah. Or a certain look or distress, they actually are.
Or they're going to eBay and buying it there, right?
That's what I do. I sell it to them on eBay because I know what they're looking for. So I put the show.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so if people subscribe to our channel, then they start to learn those terms that are industry standard terms that costume designers are looking for. We sell to.
Wait. You actually teach some things on your channel? That actually is a thing?
Free advice if you join our Patreon.
Right.
We don't have a Patreon. I'm kidding.
Code Dan.
Yes. But the greatest thing about it is I came home with all this stuff and I just had it like in a little hoard. I kept like, oh, this is really great stuff. And then during COVID times or right before that, it was 2019. I was like, Dan, I need you to figure out how to sell all this stuff. It's worth a lot of money. And I came home and he had Poshmark set up. I had never even heard of it.
Hey, let's go, Dan.
I got this. And he listed, I had 4 pairs of Pete and Greta pants from Johnny Was. He listed them and they sold. He goes, I sold your pants. I was like, what? He really did. He hung them up on the bathroom door. Like, neither one of us knew there was a reseller community. We didn't.
Yeah, I had no idea.
We didn't watch.
So how did you just figure this out? How do you know Poshmark was a thing?
I think you told me about Poshmark. I think you were like, this thing is.
Well, because I was buying costumes on Poshmark.
Okay, you were just like, I need you to.
I was so busy. I was like, please get us some money. Sell all this crap. It's really good. And then he was like into it. He was like, wait, we just sold this for $100 each. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, the itch becomes real fast. Yeah, that was like, like, and this is side money. This was like not money you had to work for. Like that was the crazy part for me. I'm like, I still am making all this on my full-time job, and now I have all this side money coming in. What?
I do think it's better full-time though. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a completely different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get into that mindset, it's great. But many people go into full-time with a part-time mindset saying, oh, I was making all this, just putting this many hours in, and then they never actually improve that. And then when your bills rely on it, it becomes a lot more difficult.
No, I mean, like we're working harder now than we ever have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Especially now trying to do this garage renovation, like we're working a full-time labor job, moving everything and doing the garage, and then coming in and doing full-time reselling hours. It's just like, it's.
But it's great.
Yeah.
So here's the flip side. I just got a call. What was
Here's the flip side.
I got a call. Exactly. No pun intended. Okay. I got a call 3.
Oh, really? I thought there was a lot of pun intended.
It's all the puns. I got a call 3 weeks ago or a month ago from my dream job. Like, It was for a costume design and scenic design teacher at an arts magnet school, high school in Dallas. It's my dream job. I've applied to that school many times. They called me specifically and they were like, we need you to do this job. Our teacher of 30 years is retiring. It's a cush job. And I said no. I was like, I'm not even going to apply. And why? Because the salary was $60,000 a year with 10 years experience. I'm a veteran teacher and they wanted to pay me $60,000 a year to go in on their timeline.
And that's pre-tax, right? So
yes. And I made that in Virginia and it was $3,000 take home. That's it. After insurance and taxes, it's $3,000. And I'm like, I make way more than that reselling. I can't go backwards to have more work and more stress.
That's one day on YouTube for you guys.
I don't know where you're getting this because that is not even
I don't know. Look at your social blade. Looks like you guys are.
Wait, what is the social blade?
You don't know? Are you serious? You know what social blade is?
We don't know how to YouTube. I swear to God.
Social blade is like what we use to check in on the channels. It shows your whole stats and stuff.
I better write it. What's our stats look like?
I actually haven't looked you guys up yet, so we can do it together right here. Right?
Social blade.
Social blade YouTube stats.
What? We've never done it. Wait, we're in the middle of a podcast. He's doing it for us.
Yeah, I'll look you guys up. Don't worry.
I've never done this before.
We'll see how accurate it is.
Well, it's gonna.
I mean, we're very transparent. We will not lie.
Couple. There we go. Found you. Let me share the screen. So it just talks about like how many views you guys got plus.
Oh, okay.
First of all, B-. That's pretty good. That's a good grade for you guys.
Is that good?
Grade. That's for social blade. I was C for a while. I think I'm B- for now too. So we're in the same grade.
All right.
Then it just shows how many monthly views you guys got, how many monthly subscribers you guys have every single month, like that. So
subscriber graph.
Perfect.
It gives you you guys got a lot of views. So 9 people are subbing though from all the views. You guys have been having the best views so far.
Yeah.
Dang, okay. Best view month ever was last month. Is that accurate?
I think so. Yeah.
Why aren't they subscribing? Tell us your.
Do you tell them to subscribe?
No.
Yeah, maybe that's why. I started doing it recently, and it's actually so I do it once a month on a video, and I'll show you guys how I do it actually, because I do it in a little more like creative way that's more than just like, oh, by the way, hit the sub.
Yeah,
so
I always
actually I did it in a video. I think yesterday's video I did it. It takes like 10 seconds. Jim Shore, yeah. Don't mind my voice and all that. Florida. Today we're in Jacksonville, Florida. I decided, as a quick reminder before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys like this kind of content, please do consider subscribing down below. According to the YouTube statistics, 70% of you guys that are not subscribed.
Hold
them
out.
If you like this kind of content and you don't want to miss a video, hit the subscribe button. It does help me out.
Nice.
I love that.
And that's all I did, right? It takes 5 seconds. And that's why I only do it once a month, because those stats update every single month for every 28 days. And I'm like, hey, look, according to this, the one time I did it, I blew up that month and it was like 90% not subscribed. People were like, whoa, 90% of us are not subscribed to this guy. And so that video, it got average views. I wouldn't say it was a crazy video, but it gave me 150 subscribers.
Wow.
Well, most of my videos give me like 20 or 30. That one gave me way more. So I do it like once a month. So that's every like 10 videos or something. So it's not like I'm hitting him over the head every single time with it. Yeah. But like a gentle reminder the whole time. And then people actually do it. You know?
I think you're bringing up a really good point, because there's YouTube. I watch a little bit of YouTube every night before I go to bed. I watch something. And sometimes I'm not subscribed. I don't even realize it. It just comes up in my feed every day.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, and they might not. You're completely right to call them out and be like, hey, you guys aren't actually subscribed, you know.
A lot of them maybe don't even know. They think they are, and they're like, oh, I get to come on time. Like, wow, saying I've been watching you for 3 weeks, and I haven't realized I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, well, there you go.
There you go.
So yeah, according to okay, let me bring you guys your social blade up again. So this is how they're crazy off. So last month, you said you made $130 on YouTube, guys. So congrats to you guys.
Are you looking at the Hustle Couple channel?
Yeah, it's you guys.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have 2 channels.
That's incorrect.
I know, it's way off.
Yeah, I was way off.
between 8. So you guys could have made as little as $8 the whole month. So I don't know why you guys even putting videos out.
Last month, I think we made
Yeah,
somewhere between $800 on YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah. These numbers, they do it like based on just like a regular CPM sometimes,
Yeah.
and they don't realize that a lot of us are in a higher tier CPM, so we're getting way more than 1,000 views. So
Yeah.
never pay attention to this, but I always look at like these stats and see like, okay,
Really
what
nice.
I do so good in April, what I do so good in May, let me try to repeat that. Or what was so bad about October? Why was that a bad month? You know, so that's how I look at to it. And then sometimes it will tell you like detailed, oh no, not detailed, future projections. So it's saying if you go at this pace by 20, what's the end of 2023? I didn't even see. Oh, like so this time next year you guys should be at 15,000 at the way you guys are growing.
15,000 subscribers?
Yeah, in 12 months. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
What? Is that right? And you're
It was based on it takes the data that you guys are doing now. If you guys continue to do what you do now for a year, that's where you guys are supposed to be. Yeah.
Interesting.
And 2.5 million views. So it does all that, and
I hope
so-
that's true because it's taken like 3 years to get to almost 6,000. It's very slow.
that one's called Reseller Workroom, right?
Yeah, but that's like a baby channel.
See, that one's C plus. That one's so.
Not so fast.
But see, oh, what happened this year? Look, nobody subscribed at all this month. Dang, dang.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We only did lives like half the month.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there we go. So there's always like a trend to it, and this way I also kind of can see who's like buying subs and stuff, because sometimes you see like the views go down, but their subs are skyrocketing. And like, how are people subbing to you guys when nobody's watching? So
Wait, it never occurred to me that you could buy subscribers. Like, how do you buy like? Is it just like on paper? You don't buy an actual, like somebody just.
It's like you buy like bots or something. That's what people do.
Thing.
People just that's like I think that's the biggest waste of money ever. It's
I
just
would never, no.
you're buying something for like a fake trophy for yourself that you didn't even like, because you guys know you guys don't get paid by subs, so doesn't matter how much subs you guys have, it won't affect your paycheck. So people just like do that. According to this, it says you guys made 91 cents last month on the reseller work.
Accurate. Yes.
That was accurate.
Yeah, it's the live channel.
Hey, you guys, you guys had the channel for over a year now. The reseller workroom. You got dang. I remember I was there for like your first thing. That's been over a year now.
We started live listing on the Hustle Couple channel, and then we think this is tanking our metrics,
And it was.
So we split it off into its own channel. So
Well,
we stopped doing lives on that.
That's why I started Philly Flip Live in the first place, because it was killing my metrics too.
Yep.
And anybody that says it doesn't is just wrong. It just
100%.
That's why I don't do shorts on my channel either, because it's completely different from what you do.
Yep.
That's why I created a new channel for this, because it's completely different than the other two channels. So
It's good to split them up for sure. And our viewership is probably similar to yours, and they love long videos. They will watch, and people don't understand it. They're YouTube experts are like, your video should be 20 minutes, and we're like, 2-hour videos do way better for us all day long, and the retention is better.
Well, I put you guys just on, and it's like, and clean the house or something, and you guys are just there, and then I look, I'm like, oh, Dan didn't say a word yet. Nope, it's still Amy talking. Okay,
We talk about this all the time. We won't talk.
She just puts Dan. That's like, go in the back and fold the clothes and put them in the pollen mailer. While I describe this shirt for 20 minutes.
It's not. It's so weird. She's not making me do anything. It's just like when I start working,
But you're very meticulous. Those folds on those shirts are really nice, man. I remember it took you like 5 minutes to pack like a tie. We're trying to get the right fold, and then the right like bag to put it in. And I think it's all on Poshmark. Like, I don't want to use a padded flat rate on this one. I'm going to use like a regular USPS poly mailer. It's a waste of a padded.
And I'm like total opposite. I'm like, shove it in. Let's go.
You're just always trying to reach for things that you can't grab.
Not in the new space. The ceilings are only 8 feet. Everything is in my reach.
Oh, really? Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Sheesh,
it's gonna
okay.
save us some time. No ladders, no Spider Dan climbing everywhere. So hopefully, I think we're gonna be.
Did you guys record anything in the new space yet, or that's happening next week?
There's like a little teaser on the last video.
Oh, a little teaser, guys. Go watch that. Go watch that teaser.
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna start making content out of that space?
Probably Monday. Tuesday.
So
Oh, snaps! So this comes out on Sunday. So the people that are gonna come over, they'll start seeing you guys in the new space.
Neat.
I think it's
New and improved.
Yeah, and I hope that I want to do a video on it, and this is what I hope people learn. You don't have to spend a lot of money. We got it all off Facebook Marketplace. The whole thing has been done for less than $1,000 total, and
Dang.
yeah, that includes the floor and the ceiling. Like we really, it's all about having a good idea and a design, and I can talk about that, like the triangle, so you don't have to walk a lot. It's all about having everything within arm's reach, and then having everything you need. So being in a crappy workspace is the best thing you can do. Figure out what you really want, and then think about it for a long time, and then make the plan, because we've been planning it a year and just waiting for things to come up on Facebook, and then getting.
Oh, that's smart. Okay.
Yeah. So
you guys got like the flooring and stuff on Facebook too, and everything.
Yeah. We got like those foam floor tiles. They're like.
Okay, yep, I know what you're talking about.
2 feet by 2 feet. They all interlock.
Chuck E. Cheese.
They're like jigsaw puzzle little things, right?
Exactly right. Yeah.
But they're bright colors. It's really awkward, but that's fine.
They're bright colors.
Yeah, they're like blue and teal and orange and.
Oh, that's cute.
And whatever.
So to make them look higher end, we separated them by color. Well, April did, our assistant, and then we cleaned them with the power washer. And then the black side is going up as the ceiling to keep in the cooled air because it's foam, it's insulating. And then we picked.
Oh, so you use the floor tiles as your ceiling tiles too?
Yeah,
we're nail gunning them up to the ceiling.
Yeah, nail gunning them to the rafters.
Because we got like 1,000 of them or something. We have like tons.
That's correct. That's very creative. Okay, hey.
We needed some kind of insulation because we don't have a ceiling in there, and I wasn't gonna drywall it. That would be way too much money.
That's how I was like. I'm like, you guys got a ceiling another 1,000? Like what?
Yeah.
But that makes sense. Okay.
Hey. Space. The only thing that's not included in that figure that I just said, and I will do a video and we'll break down with like, maybe Dan will edit with the prices of everything as you see it, like HGTV style.
Yep.
The mini split. We got 2 air conditioners for $1,800.
Oh, yeah,
we had to.
How much does a mini split cost?
I think it was like $850 per to get like for the unit and the installation.
That's not terrible.
No. I don't think so either. I was like, that's pretty.
I think like you can there's like a unit you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot now that comes pre-charged that you can install yourself.
Yeah.
And they're like $750, I think.
Okay. I'm just preparing for a future house.
See, that's what you do.
The mini split is definitely was like right now I'm dying because I pack orders in there and I'm dead.
Oh.
I have to like change outfits and shower after every single pack job.
Do you have a window in there?
I opened the whole door. The whole garage is open.
Oh.
But it's Florida, and it's I pack early in the morning. I pack like 8 a.m. when Amy's still asleep. I'm already like packing, and it's already like 90% humidity. Yeah. And you just like this morning I came home from yard sales at like 9:30, and it was already like 92 degrees with like humidity outside. Yeah, it was bad.
My
God. I thought it was here though. Yeah.
I was just wondering if you had a window because we had one of those portable air conditioners that worked pretty well for a while.
Oh.
But you need a window.
No window. It's just concrete and a big door. Yeah. I'll let the big door open. Hopefully that breeze comes in, but there's very little breeze. I have a big Dyson fan in there. That's good. So that helps me out. But mini split would be great.
Yeah, you just have to drill a hole in the wall. So you can't do that where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Next
can't really do where I'm at, and then I also don't want to like pay somebody to install it at a rental and then say, "Oh, I'm taking it with me again." So,
are you planning on buying a house? Is that an intrusive question? Sometimes
it's not intrusive at all. No, I am planning on buying. Yeah, okay. I came here first for like a year trial run to see if I would like it, and so far I love it. So,
good.
Next step is a house, and I feel like Texas is pretty affordable housing too, right? I don't think you guys, compared to the rest of the country, I think you guys are more or less affordable.
Not too terrible.
Yeah, Philadelphia was crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So here the houses are like half what Phil. So like I'm looking at like a 3 bedroom, like big garage, like 2,000 square foot house. That one's like about like half a million here, and in Philly it'll be close to like 800, 900. So,
Exactly right. Yeah,
but half a million's
it's a lot of
still
money.
half a million.
And
People
with,
throw those numbers around like it's nothing. Like half a million is still a lot of money.
A lot of money.
and with this job, you need a big house. Like period. End of story. It's part of your job, and that's the hardest part. Is like we want to move and finding the house, you know, with the mortgage rates and everything, and finding the house that's big enough and a place that we want to live is so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with the garage, really, you just need a workshop or a garage or something that's huge on your property.
That's pretty much the thing, because ideally I want everything not to be in my house in the future.
Yeah.
that's like the thing I hate the most is I bring the stuff in and it's in like my living room until I
Yes.
list it, and it just sits there and like this is like I can't invite anybody over. Just have
Exactly.
stuff everywhere.
This is why I get a housekeeper, because I'm like, oh my god, there's death piles everywhere. I'm so embarrassed. You don't do it.
Yeah.
Your lady doesn't care. She just comes in.
So I kind of like tidy up when she gets here. So like all the death piles go into totes and it's just stacked. And every time she comes, it's just more totes. And I'm like, she's like, "Are you even listing anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I list. It's just I buy too much."
I mean, when it's there.
But I can see her getting the itch to it now when she sees me doing it. And she'd be like, "Oh, I got this. You think this will sell?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so I see her because I'm friends with her on Facebook. I see her on the marketplace now, like selling things locally. I'm like, "You go, girl. You get
I
it."
love that.
Yeah,
That's
so
fantastic.
she understands because first she didn't realize that this was like a thing.
Yeah.
Because in Ukraine, there's no way somebody could do what we can do here, right?
Right.
So, and then she's like, "Wow, that's a thing. You actually like make money on it." I'm like, "Yeah." So.
A lot of
So-
money to be made.
Well, especially you guys with your,
Hey, you guys.
mega sales, all the ties you guys be selling,
I know,
all
right?
the all the pingers that Dan sells all the time, man.
We're cutting down on the categories that we sell. We moved. No ties will be coming to the garage with us.
No ties. That's that's breaking news as well. The ties, you guys are cutting ties with the ties.
Cutting ties with ties.
Yep.
We're breaking up with breakables.
Breaking up.
No breakables either. Plush is plush make the cut.
We just
Banger plush only.
only bangers, only 50 and up. We just got rid of 2 huge contractor bags of plush
Crying.
that were listed. I've never taken something down that was listed.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do with it?
Donate.
You guys should have made reseller boxes and overcharged.
No. That's why they're always crappy.
Exactly right.
That's exactly what they do. That and whatnot. That's usually what whatnot's for. Oh, this has been on my eBay store for 5 years. All right, whatnot.
I've never done whatnot. We did get approved to do it, but we haven't done it. You've done it. How do you like it?
I got burned out fast.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I scheduled a show every single week, and I haven't done a show in like 3 weeks. It's just. I buy things specifically for it now, so like I have a bunch of stuff that's like whatnot stuff. So it's not like stuff that's been sitting around here or whatever, but it's just a lot of work. You got to be entertaining for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You get burned out doing it. Last time I did it was a really good show. I bought a bunch of Disney pins at a flea market, and I sold them all on whatnot and made like $1,200 before fees
Whoa.
in 2 hours. I spent like $300 on the pins. I sold every pin that I had in 3 hours. So, and I had like almost 300 pins. So it was a lot of pins that sold.
Jeez.
Do you think that's you had followers or because of it was the Disney?
So that's my second Disney pin show, and they both have been really good.
Ah.
And the people that were buying was a mix of my followers and Disney collectors. And then I had a couple people that were my followers and Disney collectors. And some of them got bid up way more than I thought they were supposed to get bid up.
Wow.
But I don't know. So I didn't comp them or anything, so I had no clue what the values of these pins were. I just decided I'm buying them from Whatnot. We'll do it. So for like that stuff, I think Whatnot's good.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that you see on there are selling their leftovers or stuff that hasn't been moving, and they're like, "All right, we'll sell it for cheap." And I'm like, why am I buying you're garbage.
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
thing. Like I understand maybe if I'm buying it as like a gift for somebody, but these people are advertising their show as like for resellers. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I buying something that's been in your store for 3 years that hasn't sold? What is the value
Mm,
for me as a reseller in there?
You start taking advantage of resellers, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
just because you're able to buy something for $1 doesn't necessarily
doesn't necessarily mean that you got a good deal.
mean right."
No, and
Yeah.
oftentimes you can't even sell. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that we are out of that we will never do why not because now we have a space to do it. I just don't know what we'd sell, to be honest.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, the clothes category there is blowing up. People make a killing on there. Well, like Jen kills it on Whatnot.
But like,
Jen's multiverse.
yeah, but like, just regular clothes. You have to like designer clothes because
Just
I think
anything.
Chico's be killing it on Whatnot.
Chico's, yeah, she sells that. Everything.
I'll have to go
But
on.
it's a completely different like audience and mentality. It's like a home shopping network, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So like you have to kind of entice the people to buy something that they had no like plan of buying. You know, that's kind of how it works. It's like an impulse. Like oh, I didn't need that, but now I saw it. I kind of want it. That's the kind of stuff you have to bring. So you can't be like bringing like I guess like alien fishers and stuff to it. I don't think that there's a market for that over there.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
like
It has to be unique things. that
yeah,
catch the eye.
Jen does really good with like graphic tees and stuff.
Yeah,
And that's really good because I go there all the time and buy things from her that I need for myself, and I had no clue that I needed it until I see the t-shirt. I'm like, oh, that's a sick shirt. Cool.
sure.
I'll pay $3-4, $5 for it, and whatever. But as far as like, I think like what you guys have, I don't know if they'll be the.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
But we
don't know
can-
how many people, how many alien fishing people are on Whatnot searching for clothes for themselves.
Yeah, different clientele, I think. But I get what you're saying. So, like, if I'm out at the bins or something, looking for maybe if we decided to do it down the road, it wouldn't be anytime soon. But looking for unique pieces or something that was like really kitschy or trendy or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
Well, stuff like that, yeah. But I haven't seen that many like women apparel shows, but there's tons of them out there right now. Y2K is killing on Whatnot, so anything that's Y2K that you have, that stuff does really well. But
I could actually go to the bins and just pull for Whatnot if we ever decide to do it because I don't pull that. It doesn't sell for a lot on eBay. It's not worth our time listing.
some people that's their whole business model now. That's all they do.
They just shop for Whatnot with the bins.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Well,
They-
Homeboy in Texas does it. His Whatnots run the bins.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him on in a couple of weeks. Yeah, and
Crazy.
Did you ever go to some of his shows?
No, because our bins. I get mad because our bins won't let us even film it.
It's crazy. So I've seen him from like the start to where he is now. In the beginning, he was getting $2-3 per item. Right, he was grinding, barely making any money because whatever you pay like $1
Yeah.
for that item, you sell it for $3. You're not really making anything on it.
right. Yeah.
But he was consistent with it, and now he has crowds of like 200, 300 people at his shows, and
Wow.
he clears $1,000 almost every single show. He
That's
sells
awesome.
$1,000, and it probably costs him like $100 to
And
do
if
it.
nobody buys it, he just throws it back in the bin, right?
That's simple. It's a genius idea.
They let you film. Ours won't even like I film. You know, like I don't have a chest harness on or anything.
Yeah.
I just hold my phone and I'm walking, digging through the bin with one hand. And I'm just like, oh, I would pick up this, and they're like, no filming, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking to my mother. Like, how do they know?
the two that I went to was the same policy. I couldn't film on either. And for me, it's like if I can't film there, I can't make content out of it. Like, why am I going?
Right.
So you guys are just like ninjas with the phone. That's what you guys are doing, or you guys just do like
Yeah,
like
ninja
do the hauls afterwards. That's pretty much the big
That's how we
concept.
have
Yeah.
to do it. And I do.
Gotcha.
I mean, at some point, I'm just have my headphones in and I'm just talking. So I'm hoping that they think I'm talking on phone. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm screaming because
Yeah, it would definitely be weird if you had like a GoPro like harness.
Yeah.
You're like talking to my mom.
I thought about getting some like overalls and cutting a little hole, you know, so they didn't know I was filming. I'm like, that isn't worth it. No, it's not worth it.
That has to be just the policy of just the managers at your bins, right? That's not a Goodwill like nationwide policy.
Yeah, I don't even
right?
think that's a policy. Like, there's no sign of it anywhere.
Yeah, it's just
Hey,
the rules they made up. Yeah,
I
but
think
then you don't want to kind of force it because then they're like, "All right, go shop elsewhere," right? And then
well, I think one of the guys has seen our YouTube because he's mentioned it before. And sometimes I film the fights that are there, and really, we're the only YouTube that says Dallas Bins because nobody knows there's a Dallas Bins. It doesn't come up. On Google. So I think when they look up Dallas Bins, they see our YouTube, and they just don't want to be seen.
Oh, that's what it.
Because they do a lot of shady crap there.
They know they live in 2023. Like everything is everywhere.
He's just like, no.
All the cameras that are on you 24/7, you're seen.
I know.
Do you want to be or not?
Yeah.
It's different depending on who's working. I always film though, so
you should have filmed and then film them telling you not to film, and then get in their face even more, and then just that would be a really good.
Where? Show me
really good video.
Where's your policy?
Show it to me now.
And then
you get out of here.
That video might blow up. You never know.
We got kicked out of the bins. Hey, that guy had handcuffs on in his thing. I saw it on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I actually had to ask him about it when he comes on.
Yeah,
about what happened. But
I don't know what happened. I only know from Instagram from that thumbnail or whatever.
Yeah, it was a kitchen thumbnail, though. Huh? It got your attention. It must have worked.
I didn't watch the video, but yeah.
Same.
I don't have time to watch videos anymore. So if it's not like a chatty video, I can't really like. I watch your videos, I watch James's videos, and
all terrible choices.
who's the other one I watch?
I'd rather watch like Charlie Chaplin or something. What are you doing?
I watch videos that I can learn from by listening. I think that's a really factor.
And you chose me.
Because you're in a different niche than me, right? So there's something to learn. Same with James. He's in a different niche. So I don't know anything about yard selling or anything about media or whatever, whoever's. So I don't really watch clothing resellers ever.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I always
I don't watch clothing resellers because I hate clothes.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
More power to you guys that could do it. I saw you guys got like a new mannequin too, huh? You guys were just doing the new mannequin dance over there.
It's been on my list. See, I knew what I
wanted.
wanted.
Holy moly!
And we've
those pictures look banging.
Yeah.
Compared to flat lays, holy moly! Yeah.
And this mannequin is the kind that I've been wanting. It's not a plus size mannequin because I think those are proportions.
She's voluptuous.
She's voluptuous. She's
like
a 12, and she has some curves where normal people have curves.
Yeah, she's.
And so it's not just about getting.
She's someone I would swipe right to on Tinder.
Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted the girl next door. You know.
That's right.
I found her. We have 2 of them, and so I'm super stoked.
Oh, okay.
And size 12, but a lot of clothes in size 8 to like 14 fit on her, so it's great. And then we have.
So do you guys think you're gonna redo all your flat lay pictures, or just from now on you're gonna be doing all those?
I don't know if we're gonna go back and redo. I mean, if there's like a really expensive or nice piece that would benefit, sure.
I think every Eskandar piece we have, we should rephoto.
Yeah.
And do a video on it. Like these pieces have been listed for 2 years. They're worth $1,000 each. Yeah. They haven't sold, and then see if they sell.
Yeah.
That's a good concept.
Like keep the video in the vault until they sell.
You guys are thinking. That's
not me.
You guys are like thinking like full-time YouTubers, you dirty, scandalous full-time YouTubers. How dare you?
That would be the day if we ever became full-time YouTubers. We barely can post and edit. We're like, wait.
It's
post and edit. You post every single day. What do you mean you can barely post?
It's like crazy.
It's like, but I'm like running around with a chicken with the head cut off. You know?
He's running around with a chicken.
Running around with a chicken. That's...
Oh my god, I forgot to get the profit. And I'm like, I gotta put in the numbers.
And then I gotta go shit, and then I have to go shopping. And
he's
then
like,
dinner.
I didn't upload the video. I had to go to the post office. I forgot to push. It's not processing. It's not processing. It's very dramatic over here.
That is a big fear, though. Sometimes when I forget to process too, and I wake up the next morning, I'm like, holy moly, I didn't process the video beforehand. I have a schedule. I won't be up in time. People are going to start questioning me what's going on.
You have a schedule?
Yeah, I have a schedule. You guys don't have a schedule?
No, we don't.
No, it goes up.
Can you guys handle a schedule?
Absolutely
not.
No. If you guys can, that's a big thing too.
Yeah.
That helps a lot with like your audience knowing when the video comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're roughly around. Yeah.
But we should do a schedule. We should do a schedule. See, we got the garage. We'll do a schedule.
Well, because like YouTube pushes it out,
right,
the video a lot more if it gets a lot of views in the very beginning.
Right.
And if your audience knows, okay, 12 Central, a video comes out, they'll be there eventually because it's like muscle memory. They know, okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So that will help. That was one of the biggest things that helped me.
lately the videos I've been posting earlier in the day haven't been performing as well because
you have to also see where your audience. Well, people say you have to put it on like 2 hours before the prime time.
Yeah.
So then when prime time is rolling, that your video is already kicking or something. That's something I heard down the grapevine. It's not something I learned, but
I think that's something we've been trying to do.
Yeah.
And we just have to do it like consistently every day. Some days we just go up an hour earlier, an hour later.
Yes. So my prime time is usually around like 2 p.m. Eastern, so I put mine at 12. So then by the time it's 2 p.m., they're rocking and rolling. And that way I also know like by 5 p.m. that day, I need to change a thumbnail. I guess you guys don't. Do you guys do this at all? Or
very rarely.
If the video is like a 9 or 10, you guys change the title up or change the thumbnail up?
Yeah.
I know by like 7 p.m. that day if the video is doing well or not, so I can change it up and put something else
Does that ever help?
Yeah.
Oh.
My number one video all time on my channel right now is something that was a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
And I changed it to announce my that one has like 500,000 views right now.
Yeah.
You're really good at like the titles and stuff that you want to click on.
But
I want to say clickbait because that's not
it might have like I don't know. It might have still taken off with the old title, but I don't think so. The old title was like rare Pokemon collection found at yard sale. And the new title is this was a first at this garage sale. It's completely different.
Yeah.
And the Pokemon is still there. I don't know if you guys can see it. So like, it's this one right here. So you can see there's still Pokemon on there on the thumbnail, on the binder, but it just doesn't get mentioned yet. That one has 557,000.
That's crazy.
In the beginning, it was like I had just the binder open and said rare Pokemon collection found at yard sale, and it did really bad. I changed it and it changed to a 1. It went from a 10 to a 1, and then you want to see something? This video is nutty. About like this video shows the potential that YouTube can give you guys. It's how do I do it here? Oh, by views. Because it was like dead and then it just like blew up.
Do you know why?
No, I didn't change it since it blew up. So,
wow.
Look at this.
Oh wow.
So I released it October 22nd, right? So it got like the 7,000 views I usually get. And all the way until February, it was just like nothing, right? Well, it got to, I can't say nothing, it was 30,000 views. It's a lot of views. And then it just blew up to 200,000 by March. So in a month, it just took off. And then again, it was like nothing. And then it just blew up again. Wow. And right now, it's still like getting like 2,000 views a day, I would probably say.
I wonder why. That's probably getting you so many subscribers too. That's amazing.
Yeah, that got me almost 3,000 subscribers just from that video.
It tells you from that video?
Yeah.
I don't know how to YouTube, y'all. I just talk. I'm the talking head.
So let's see. I daily. I was trying to get the last like 7 days, but I can't do it on here. I don't know how to do it on here. But yeah. And so like something that I made back in October, I'm still getting paid for it pretty good.
Yeah.
Now.
I love
it's almost a year later. Now, if all of them could do that, that'd be great.
Right?
Yeah. We need to work on making more evergreen content because we just.
I didn't think this was even evergreen. I thought this was just like a regular. Well, to be honest, I think all garage sale videos are evergreen at some point because people are always searching for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I think it's a really good niche to be in, and I think a lot of people that aren't resellers watch garage sale.
Do you know what's better evergreen content?
No.
Cooking videos.
We're definitely gonna do some cooking videos.
Cooking, people always. Because I started cooking for myself when I moved here. I've been watching a bunch of videos. I just click on whatever like I like. And I've been noticing some of the ones I click on are from 2017, from 2016. And they're still getting daily views. So.
Well, Dan cooks every single day, so we have content, and I will film it.
And if you and him can do it together, it'll be very entertaining too. Like personalities do a lot.
It was not entertaining because
Dan by himself, I don't know if that's going to be very entertaining.
Hey, how funny would it be? Him be like
chopping. It would just be a lot of like ASMR sounds of just like chopping and then doing it. That's what it would be.
Keto. Wait, that's what we're gonna go with.
There'll be no explanation, right? If you're just like, hey, you grab an onion and you just do whatever you want with it.
Okay, we're gonna do this because I think that's a really good idea.
I do too.
And we'll just
put it on your calendar.
My new app.
Oh yeah, Dan has an app called Structured, and it's very good.
Okay.
Kind of helping me keep.
He's never had a planner in his life, and he's going to be 45. And I'm like, buddy.
I've tried many.
And so I did the research. I looked all over, like what kind of planner for people that don't like planners. And he does like things on his phone. He like makes reminders and checklists. And
Yeah, that's my planner.
Yeah,
It's on my phone.
you should try Unstructured because it's got this thing called an inbox, which I know is not a novel concept. But anytime you have an idea of something you need to do, you just put it in the inbox, and then you schedule it for. You sit down with your inbox. And you're like, okay, when am I going to do this, and this? Like a to-do list.
Oh, that's cool.
And then show him the thing. It runs. He probably doesn't have anything scheduled. It runs through your whole day. So you're looking at it, and it's like 4:00, and you're like, look down. The timer's going down. You're like, oh crap! I've been sitting here on Facebook for 15 minutes, and I'm supposed to be. It tells you where you're supposed to be.
Oh, that's dang. It's gonna be judging me all day.
It feels so
It does. It feels very judgy.
But
It'd be like you were on your couch the last.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I see it. You supposed to be shipping packages right now? Is
That was 3 to 4.
3 to 4
okay? Dang.
Some of these are funny. It's like, want to read a book for 30 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to if I wasn't busy doing all this other stuff.
You want to read a book for 30 minutes?
Like I'm getting trolled by a structure app.
I know.
You've been shipping packages the last 4 hours. You want to read a book real quick?
Yeah. It's just been funny because usually the day is like, if I log everything that I'm doing that day, it's just like,
Yeah. And then Amy's just asleep.
I'm sleeping. I do all the other work. I do all the mental work around here. April, our assistant, the other day was like, "Oh yeah, I've already read 8 books in June." I was like, "What? You're here for 8 hours, and then when do you go home? Just read? Like, what are you doing? Where's this time coming from?"
8 books in June. What the? She must be a
And that was
speed
like
reader.
last week. Oh no, girl got all this time. She says it's hot girl book season. I said, okay,
Yeah.
tell me hot girl walk. She said, I'm going to hot girl pool. I'm like, I'm about to go hot girl
What
nap.
is this hot girl summer, huh?
Yeah, but now everything that Gen Z is saying is hot girl. And so I don't know, hot girl walks are in right now. And so I had a headache today. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a headache. She goes, you need to go on a hot girl walk. I need to go on a headache girl nap.
Is there hot boy walks too, or is it just all hot girls?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do, just
I thought I was going to be a reader when I moved here. I'm like, oh, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to be at the beach. I'm going to do a lot of reading. I had read like maybe 2 chapters of a book so far. That's all I did so far. Two chapters. I've been here for over 150 days. So we're doing good.
But we don't have time to
Average is good.
read.
No, we don't have time.
People that have 9 to 5s can come home and then choose what to do with their time.
So I go to the beach like every week. So at the beach, I'm like, oh, it'd be a great time to read at the beach. You know what to do at the beach? I cross post on my phone.
Oh, you use Vendu?
Wait, does Vendu have an app you can do on your phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, what are we talking about here? We're like the Vendu people.
I did not know that they had an app.
You can cross list.
And it works.
Oh yeah.
I heard from a Bulla Birdie that they're doing automatic delist next month.
They're trying
that true?
And it's not working out well. So it might be.
But I kept saying, is this the same thing as eBay promising automatic payments?
Oh no. Beta.
No, they actually have it in beta.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in beta. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
But there's some snafus with the API or whatever.
I might have to go to Vendu and say, do you guys know who I am? And then say, I'll promote you guys if you give me some free trials or whatever.
No, they will.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't know they had an app. I said it the whole time. When somebody gets an app,
we got an app, honey. Come on.
Because I don't want to sit here on the computer and just open a bunch of tabs and do it from the computer. But if there's an app, there's.
Do you do it with your computer at the beach?
No, I do it with my hand.
What does it look like? It's like clean. It's like a nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I legit have all my pictures saved already on my phone. So I copy and paste my title and then just do it by hand with every single app. That's how I do it.
Oh, no. We can't have you doing this.
It's going to save you so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't have time to read.
You watched the live from last night or the other night where you were there. I'm listing in Vendu, and the app is exactly the same. So you can start your listing in Vendu and then cross list from there.
Can I import to Vendu?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I always do eBay first.
That's how I used to do it until 2 days ago, and now I'm trying the.
Oh, you're trying to do trying to do the smarter way.
So the smarter way, because here's the thing, I can cross-list in the same amount of time where I was importing from eBay and all that stuff. I'm photo rooming and cross-listing to 3 platforms in less time by starting in Vendu. And I thought I was going to be like, oh, Sell Similar. Like I use Sell Similar and I'm not going to have that. And I just don't use it anymore. And it's fine.
It doesn't like interesting. See,
The
I'm too relying on the Sell Similar, I think.
I am too. We're in the same boat.
Mhm.
But now if it's something that I don't know, I go look it up and I just, because my titles are always better than the Sell Similar titles. I always have to delete it anyway and like remake it. And yours are too, probably. And then, but
I just copy paste your titles.
Yeah, your Eileen Fishers are my Eileen Fishers.
Right.
Well, I'll be posting plush, but I'm saying it's the Eileen Fisher just so
Okay. Well, I think it's been working faster, and the clicks in Vendu are closer together. They're easier. It's just
interesting.
interface,
Okay.
and then it's already there and then here's the best part. When you need to delist and relist, say something's been up for 6 months and you want to go in and do the end and Sell Similar.
Yeah.
Like delist, relist, it's already in Vendu. You don't even have to touch eBay. It takes it down, puts it out. And you can do it on Poshmark, Mercari at the same time. Doop, doop.
Can you lower the price too or no?
Lower the price, change the title, you can do whatever you want to do. It's really, really
might be selling me.
No, seriously, like Amy's doing more like computer work, more intensive computer work now because she's running Photo Room on the desktop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just airdropping the raw photos. She's running the photos through Photo Room and putting them into the listing, but she's starting in Vendu. And she's able to make the listing, Photo Room the photos, and cross-list it to all 3 platforms in less time than before when I was
doing one listing on eBay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That now this might be stupid too. Is Photo Room on a computer too?
Yes, I just found this out. This was the game changer for me.
Yep.
I had no clue that was an option either.
Photo Room. Do you have a Mac?
Yes.
You don't need it, but it is iOS, so you can run the app on your Mac, or you can go to photoroom.com, and that's what I've been doing. It's better than the app.
Interesting.
I didn't realize this, but like you can any app that you have on your phone, you can run on your MacBook.
Yeah. Through the dashboard thing.
Really?
Yeah, there's a thing where it lets
button.
It lets all iOS apps run on your MacBook.
But you have to run on, like the dashboard or whatever. It's not on
That's crazy.
Yeah, it comes up.
I don't know that was a thing either. Okay.
It's really sweet. But you can also go to the Photo Room website and access the desktop version through the website.
The app version crashed for me on the computer, but the desktop version on photoroom.com has been working great. The only thing is you can't batch. You can batch and take all the background out, but you can't batch edit. Like if you edit one photo, like to warm it up or something, you want to warm them all up, it doesn't.
There's no apply to all photos yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can batch edit though. You can batch take all the backgrounds out of like 20 photos at a time. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been saving me a lot of airdrop.
This might be a game changer, guys.
It's been pretty sweet.
This is a lot of reselling talk, but it's good. I'm glad we went there.
We're super OT right now.
Yeah, everybody's already stopped listening a long time ago, so nobody's here for the reselling talk.
In workflow world, like this is valuable stuff. You gotta workflow is everything for reselling.
For sure, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and that's
the faster you can make your policies and something that took you, even if it's like 10 seconds per listing, that adds up like crazy over days, over weeks, over months. Yeah, like I've learned that with like my listings with shipping things. Something used to take me like 10 minutes to ship, now it takes me 5 minutes to ship. Like you get way more free time when you do that. So yeah, it's very important.
We're standardizing a lot of our shipping too in the garage.
There we go. A big aspect of shipping is the space to move around.
Yeah,
that's what I learned. Like in my warehouse, I had like a whole shipping room. All we did was just ship in there.
Yeah.
Here, I don't have that. So now I'm like, oh, I have to go and get my box, go maneuver through this labyrinth and grab a box.
Yes.
Before it was just there. So I'm hoping when the new house comes, I'll have a dedicated shipping area that I'll get all my time back again.
You're going to find it. You just have to think about it, manifest it, or whatever people say. Yeah. But really, if you know what you're looking for, you'll find it. That's the most biggest issue is that most people don't know what they're looking for. So you stay in the bad place long enough, you'll know exactly what you're looking for.
That's very deep.
I'm
Very deep.
that, you know.
You went like, what was the guy's name? Aristotle on me or something. I don't know.
It's true though. I have faith. You're gonna know exactly when you start looking at houses. You're gonna be like, nope, that's not gonna work for me because you know it's not gonna
Oh,
work.
I'm afraid to look right now because I don't have the funds yet
Yeah.
to do it.
Right.
And there's a couple that I was like, oh, this is perfect, but I don't have the money, so I'm like, I gotta stop window shopping. But for me, it's simple. It's just a big house with a big garage and a pool. I'm bougie. I want a pool.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
It's hot in the summer. I just want to go in the pool, and then just do listing lives. Watch you guys in the pool while you guys are struggling in your garage. You know.
Lame. That's rude. I'll take it.
Yeah. So I got a little confession to make to you guys. Right.
Okay.
This is 2 hours and 49 minutes long. Right.
Yeah.
Most of my podcasts are only 2 hours long.
Oh,
So you guys have the world record. So congrats to you guys on that.
me too. Chop us.
No, I'm not chopping. It's been good for. Does it seem like we've been talking for 3 hours? It doesn't seem like we've been on for 3 hours at all. That's crazy. So before we wrap this up, tell people where they can find you guys. I know you guys have like 7 YouTube channels.
Yep.
Your Dan's OnlyFans. Plug that real quick.
Definitely check that out. Silent though, so just
Right.
beware.
It's full.
It's the OnlyFans ASMR channel.
Music, Charlie Chaplin mustache. You can find us at the Hustle Couple on YouTube, at the Reseller Workroom on YouTube. That is a live channel. The Hustle Couple channel, we ship daily videos there.
Yep.
If you've made it this far. We also have a very, very strong Facebook group, which I'm really, really, really proud of. No a-holes at all. It's very helpful, particularly for beginners.
I had no clue you had a Facebook group.
It's called the Hustle Couple Reseller Workroom, and many people in them are not in there, are not even subscribed to our YouTube. They're just there because of the community, and it's very beginner friendly.
Yeah.
People can. No one asks like crazy questions like on eBay thrifters, but people can ask like, "Hey, sorry, I'm new. Can I?" And no one attacks them.
Some of those eBay thrifter questions get me.
Woo!
Yeah.
You said Hustle Couple.
Reseller Workroom. It's basically both of our channels combined.
Yeah.
By
Oh,
all powers.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Whoa, you got over 1,000 members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little community there.
All right.
It is.
Are
And
you subscribed to our channel? Yes. If yes, what is your username?
you know why we did this? Because we don't know who people are.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And so we were trying to match names to faces. This is when we first started.
What is your username? Tommy.
You don't have to answer them. It's fine.
What is your main selling platform? Submit.
Nice.
Cool. That's the only thing we.
Alright.
Did you see our one rule? You didn't look at the rule.
Yeah,
God.
the rules like don't be a jerk or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't be an alien.
Yeah. That was the word. Yep.
That's the only rule. And then when I have to kick people out, I'm like, you broke the rule.
You broke the rule. There we go. Hustle couple rules. Hey, always looking for more Facebook groups because, like I said, some of those like big ones like eBay thrifters, and it's the same stuff every day.
Right.
Is eBay dead for anybody else, or
Yes.
just
You
me?
know that eBay charges fees on taxes and shipping every single day.
Right now, it's like, did you guys hear the USPS is changing rates? And I'm like, yeah, I heard the last 75 million times. Yes, I heard.
Yeah. Our group is good because, well, it is a lot of beginner questions. You can scroll past them and that's fine. But people will post like crazy bolos in there, and you're like, "Whoa! I had no idea that was worth money."
Yeah.
That's where I really love it.
Okay.
And there's lots of cat pictures and dog pictures, and I'm always there for that.
Hey, I'm sold.
And they
Nice.
troll me. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
They screenshot my stupid faces and troll me.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that does this?
No.
Somebody else?
Look at 1,000 people that do it.
All right, so I will link all those things down below. So make sure you guys go subscribe, go join the group.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Tell
it.
them that tell them the flip side sent you.
Yeah,
The best side is the flip side, Amy. I don't know if you knew
it's
that.
true.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This was great. We gotta do it again. I feel like we just touched the surface of who you guys are.
Sure, we'll make time for you.
Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow, right?